My name is James Rowlands. In 2015, I teamed up with my friend Dan White to create the WNR podcast. Since then, we have been giving you everything that's happened on the WWE Network. Now, in 2018, not only are we live for the Big Four events and every NXT takeover, but we celebrate 20 years since the birth of the Attitude Era. Plus, every month we'll bring you 205 Live, collections, new content, W pay-per-views and latest news on the WWE Network. Until we've watched everything, we are with you, and we are the WNR. Yes, hello, I am James Rowlands, and as always, I'm joined by
Dan White.
And today it's the WNR147. It's going to be the biggest podcast in WNR history. It's WWE FastLane, but more importantly, it's the glorious Bobby Roode versus
the glorious killer, Randy Orton.
Oh, you've already started your shit, haven't you? Your glorious one tonight in action with the US title. So much more. Will AJ Styles win the six-pack challenge here tonight, or will John Cena finally get a chance to go to WrestleMania? He's missing out. So much on the line. But we do every episode with the alternate intro. Want to know how I got these scars? My father was a drinker and a fiend. And one night, he goes off crazier than usual. Mummy gets a kitchen knife to defend herself. He doesn't like that. Not one bit. So, me watching, he takes a knife to her, laughing while he does it. He turns to me and he says, "Why so serious?" He comes at me with a knife. "Why so serious?" He sticks a blade in my mouth. "Let's put a smile on that face." And why so serious? And that is from 2008. And I mean, Heath Ledger's Joker is unmatched at this moment in time. But we're not talking about DC Universe. We're talking about the WWE Universe and WWE FastLane. But every month on the WNR podcast, Dan, we do prediction leagues.
Yes, and currently I am winning 2-1 in the WWE pay-per-view prediction league. We have the bonus prediction league. That's for bonus points, little mini games throughout shows. And also we've got NXT prediction league, which I'm also winning, aren't I?
Okay, great, yes. But it will all change here tonight. What better way to kick off then with kickoff? And we see Renee Young, Booker T and Sam Rosenberg on the kickoff panel. And at this moment in time, we haven't had a match officially announced. Well, we have because we're watching it right now. Basically, it's my guys tonight. Breezango, Ty Dillinger backstage, bumping into Benjamin and Gable and some other jobber. and wanting a six-man tag team match, and that is what we're getting to start. So we haven't written it down in predictions. So what we'll do, we'll just say it on the count of three, Dan, who we've gone for. I don't think it's a surprise for me. 3, 2, 1.
Dillinger, Breezango.
Yeah, but I was going to say Breezango, Dillinger. But yeah, no, that's right. So there we go. We start off equal. We haven't had these written down. Of course, like Dan says, we've got the prediction envelope we will open up on the main show. At the moment, Tyler Breeze is taking down Benjamin and Gable. I mean, how far... Actually, no, I don't know if that's fair to say. How far have Benjamin and Gable fallen? Because they're involved at the moment in the kickoff match.
Not only that, but they're teaming with your favourite Mojo Rawley.
I mean, Mojo Rawley is a disgrace to the WWE. And I'm just glad that he still can't afford a new outfit from the Hype Bros. And he's putting this match. And like I say, I hope he's going to lose. Ty Dillinger, Perfect 10, is a character who is 100 times the man Mojo Rawley is, with fan reaction, with people caring, in-ring talent, on promos, just everything. Ty Dillinger deserves a spot on the main card. Unlike people like Randy Orton and John Cena, who's had their time, you need to give it to the new up-and-coming talent, like Ty Dillinger, like Bobby Roode, like Shinsuke fucking Nakamura, What match are you looking most forward to? Obviously, a part of Stan.
I'm looking forward to seeing which way the six-pack challenge goes, and I want to see, the women's championship, of course, as well. Because Ruby Riott hasn't really impressed me much since going up to the main roster. I thought she was great in NXT, but since her rise up to the main roster, she's not really impressed me. So I want to see how them kind of things go as well.
Well, the interesting thing about that is that this is the last chance for everybody to make their mark to get to WrestleMania. If Ruby Riott can upset Charlotte to become women's champion, then it's going to be the biggest victory of her life. and it's going to be a big deal,
Exactly, yeah.
We see Dolph Ziggler getting interviewed as well on the kickoff, and Jinder Mahal crashed the FastLane kickoff panel, and he wants to know why he's not challenging for the US title tonight. Well, I'm not going to. Dan can tell you why Jinder Mahal is not wrestling here tonight. Why is that, Dan?
This is the showcase of the Immortals. Yeah. There's no space for a Jinder Mahal there. It's the glorious Bobby Roode going against the legend killer Randy Orton.
Exactly. It's Godzilla versus King Kong, not Godzilla versus King Kong versus the Stay Puft Monster. Do you know what I mean? It's not that. This is, like you say, this is a WrestleMania worthy main event here that we're going to see on the undercard of Fastlane. Roode and Orton is a match. I mean, we were discussing a year ago when Roode was in NXT what would happen, and tonight we're finally getting it, and don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to the six-pack challenge. I'm looking forward to the rest of WWE FastLane.
Usos versus New Day 8.
Exactly, it's going to be a cracking match. But like you say, not about the numbers tonight. It's going to be Roode versus Orton, number 1. And at the moment, Tyler Breeze is in serious trouble with Chad Gable.
Belly to belly overhead there by Gable. Looking for a cover, but Fandango was in there to break up the count.
He is, and Fandango's gone back to his corner.
Oh, and Mojo going into a 3-point stance. James loves his character.
Well, it's weird. We'll talk about, whilst this cunt's in the ring, we'll speak about Fastlane from last year, because we've got the results. How much has changed in the WWE in a year? And, I mean, let's not forget last year, Fastlane, right, before anybody says it's changed loads, right? So we'll just run through the card.
The first match, the kickoff match, was Akira Tozawa and Rich Swann, and they defeated Brian Kendrick and Noam Dar.
Oh, I remember Noam Dar used to make pay-per-views. Oh. Yeah, Tozawa and Swann. I mean, Swann's no longer with the company. What's happened to Brian Kendrick?
He was out injured after the GTS.
Of course he was.
What's happened to Noam Dar?
Noam Dar, he's also injured. He's got a knee injury that he had a couple of months ago. So Tozawa's still fighting. Sasha Banks beat Nia Jax at Fastlane.
As soon as they've billed Nia Jax recently as kind of the irresistible force, it's kind of a step down from her.
Yeah, exactly. It's like WWE forgotten about what they did last year.
We had Samoa Joe defeating Sami Zayn.
I mean, again, Sami Zayn, you say he has not been used right. He was used on pay-per-view there. Hang on, we'll come back to that because Breeze just got a hot tag to Ty Dillinger. Luckily, Mojo's out and it's Gable now, a guy who can actually go in the ring.
Mojo's back in. Oh.
Yeah, knee. Go on. Yeah,
he
close
gets taken down by Dillinger,
Bang.
though, in a lovely combination.
Fuck him up, Dillinger. Fuck him up.
10. Oh, but an Irish whip reversal by Gable. But Ty comes running out and just takes down Chad.
He is ready for this. Listen to the fan response. Going for
the tiebreaker. He's got him up.
Oh, no.
Shelton Benjamin comes in to save the day, but Fandango there comes running in with a drop kick.
Yeah, that was nice. Fandango. Super kick by Ty. Gets caught.
Oh, Ty Dillinger's rolled up. 1, 2. Oh, but manages to kick out.
Come on, Ty, don't let me down. Oh, shit.
A forward flip heel takes out Dillinger, and Gable tags in Benjamin.
And now Benjamin's going to put away Dillinger. They're going to go for the double team.
Oh, but Ty's trying to fight out. Manages to. Throws Benjamin into Gable, who jumps over the top of them both, and Tyler Breeze comes in, takes out Gable.
Oh, my God.
Benjamin out onto the apron by Ty Dillinger, but Mojo in with a roll-up too.
Fuck off. Oh. Yes. Come on, Ty.
Ty with the kick out.
Super kick by Ty Dillinger. Picks. Oh, knee to Mojo's face. 1, 3. Yes.
Well, make the most of this happiness, James.
Yeah. This is my night tonight. Dillinger beating Mojo in the kickoff, and then in the main card, Roode defeating Orton. Oh, what a moment this is. I mean, I know each of us get a point, but everything is wrong. It's not been a great Sunday, but Dillinger beating Mojo, man, that feels good. Dan, what do you think of the match?
Yeah, it was just a standard match. Going into it, I did initially think that it could have gone the other way. But, with American Alpha, but with Mojo taking the fall, it kind of doesn't put anything down on American Alpha.
Even though it's a shame they're used in this way, like you said. And, you know, let me just play for a second devil, because I don't like Mojo. But if I was a fan of Mojo, I would be fucking seriously worried. I know he signed like a new contract recently, but he's still got the Hype Bros outfit. Losing to Ty Dillinger on the kickoff. He's had no momentum since the Zack Ryder feud. You know, what are they going to do with him?
Well, it could be worse. He could have been sacked after being accused of rape.
Yeah, no, I know that. I know. I'm just taking the positives. Come on. But, like, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
Mate, have him win Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal? Or wait a minute, they tried that last year and it didn't work.
And, what is it, Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins and Ryder, the team that was in Edge's corner once upon a time, they potentially teaming up. So, you know, everything's going a different way, I suppose.
Yes. Oh, we had a bit of sad news today. Ken Dodd died.
Did he?
No, Doddy. Age 90, he will be missed.
It will be a night forever etched in history. A night heroes are created, careers are defined, and legends will be born.
The race to WrestleMania is on. They want my WWE Championship. They want what I have earned. Let them take their best shot.
I'm rising above, and I'll do what I was put on this planet to do. Main event WrestleMania.
I'm dangerous and better than AJ Styles, and that's the truth.
I don't need Kevin Owens.
I don't need Sami Zayn. I will become WWE champion. I will win the WWE championship. I will get to WrestleMania.
John Cena exhausting every option possible. Tonight is his last opportunity. The six-pack challenge for the WWE Championship. Is Styles really in control of his own destiny?
I want to become the greatest United States champion in history. But for some reason, Randy Orton seems to have a problem with me as of late. Now, it couldn't be because I rank higher than him on the Smackdown Top 10 Superstars list.
It's not about the list, Bobby. It's about the U.S. title. It's the only championship I haven't gotten my hands on in 16 years. It just so happens that you're the guy I gotta run through to take it.
Charlotte, don't think I've forgotten about you. The cracks in your perfect little world are starting to show. And at FastLane, it's all gonna come crumbling down. I never back down from a fight. So if that means putting my Smackdown women's title on the line to get to you, so be it. Because you're gonna wind up another victim destroyed by the Queen.
I am not going to blow this chance.
This is my only road.
It's a main event. Main event.
Main event. WrestleMania.
Just lean back and let it go.
And now,
Tonight. You've seen this already, haven't you?
they start off a promo with tonight, and then when it always goes to this bit, and now, Spongy Bob presents. So, Dan, we are on the road. I'll do it again. We are on the last stop before WrestleMania. What did you think of the opening promo?
Well, they're certainly building up a lot of matches tonight. You know, you've got the Women's Championship, you've got the Tag Team Championship, you've got the Heavyweight Championship, and, of course, you've got the US Championship. And, you know, Orton was making a good battle. He hasn't won.
It's not a big deal. He'll get his moment, maybe at WrestleMania, if he beats Jinder Mahal in a triple threat match. Oh, my God, hang on. And what a way to start. It's the Royal Rumble winner. Todd Phillips, Byron Saxon, and Corey Graves interrupting me at this moment in time. Because I was going to say, what better way to start a W pay-per-view than with the entrance of Shinsuke fucking Nakamura? Oh, this ain't in English, Dan!
Rusev Day.
I was worried that his throat would be injured after what Nakamura did.
Huge Rusev Day chant going through the crowd.
Hang on a minute, this is a mistake, man. There's about 5 things I want to do, but I want to say first and foremost, before we even do anything else, this is a mistake, Rusev and Nakamura, because having Rusev so popular as he is, it's going to take away from Nakamura no matter what you do. I've said, put him against Jinder Mahal. Just think of a positive reaction Nakamura would get and get a victory back, and they're putting him against a guy who should be a good guy in himself. Now let's rant over. Predictions for the match. Dan, it is a pay-per-view proper. Who have you gone for in this one?
Shinsuke fucking Nakamura.
I've gone Nakamura in this one. I mean, this is pretty obvious, isn't it? This is a kind of...
He's the Royal Rumble winner. He needs some momentum going towards WrestleMania. He needs to get a few V's under his belt. As we've commented, we've not really seen too much of him on TV.
No.
You know, he was on last week's Smackdown.
Exactly, and like it's kind of this match has kind of just been put together, and I feel it's a mistake having Nakamura and Rusev compete. And like I said, there's been no build up to this, has there? There's been like Nakamura's interaction with Aiden English on SmackDown recently, but listen to the crowd. Hopefully, you should all be chanting Nakamura's theme.
Nakamura, Rusev Day, 50-50 split.
Yeah, and this is not fair for Nakamura when you're trying to get, if you're going to get behind him. Like I said, Nakamura needed a match, but Rusev, really? And the way Rusev's been recently, I don't want to say a comedy character, but we have talked about this in the past. Yeah. Nakamura should be knocking him off pretty fucking easily, you know? I mean, why did you go Nakamura? Oh, we talked about it, didn't we? But, you know, I mean, Rusev's fun, isn't he? But...
yeah.
He's not a threat to the WWE title at the moment.
No, he should be.
Yeah. Well, we got hope. I mean, Aiden English is saying, isn't he? So it's good to see. Right, so as Nakamura and Rusev just locked up and it's kind of tested strength, we'll go back to what we talked about in the kickoff show, which was the card for last year. And for the WWE Tag Team titles at last year's FastLane, we had Dan's favourite, Enzo Amore and Big Cass versus Gallows and Anderson. And of course, Gallows and Anderson, successful, luckily.
Yes, most definitely. We had Bayley defeating Charlotte for the WWE Women's Championship.
Been upset when you consider Bayley where she is now and Charlotte where she is now. You know,
she's defending her title tonight on the Smackdown show.
Will she lose it to Ruby Riott like she did a year ago with Bayley?
Will she lose it to Carmella?
Carmella.
Don't forget about her.
Oh, yes, we have got, I should say, we've got a new thing for the next couple of months. It's a cash-in card. Use it any time you think there's going to be a cash-in for Carmella's Money in the Bank. And, of course, we'll have fresh cash-in cards for the men's and women's one in July. Or in June. Whatever the fuck it is. It used to be July, now it's June.
Maytember.
Yeah. So the Cruiserweight title is vacant at this moment in time. We're getting a tournament. Last year it was held by Neville, and he went against Jack Hahara, which was our favourite match on the pay-per-view as well.
Yeah, it was a bloody good match. We had Roman Reigns defeating the monster among men, Braun Strowman. And of course, you know, both of them remain on Raw.
Yeah, both are very, very strong.
Both of them remain in the title picture or there or thereabouts.
Yeah, I like to say Reigns is facing Lesnar. Strowman, I mean, the rumour was the other day.
Rumour has it.
That Strowman had 4 or 5 different things planned for WrestleMania for him. And they haven't decided yet. It's like, well, what we're going to do with Strowman, you have to decide what to do. Last year, he got wasted in the Andre Giant Royal Battle Royal. Then you try to build him up after Mania. You've got to give him something. You know what I mean? It's only fair. And then in the main event, Dan, well, after what? Let me work this out right. After 14 years, he comes back and Goldberg wins the Universal title in it didn't take him 14 years to win it. It took him like a minute and 28.
It took him 22 seconds.
Was that it? 22 seconds? Yeah. Sorry, I gave Kevin Owens a minute of credit there. 22 seconds. Fucking hell, Owens. Come on, Rusev. This has been a really competitive start to this match. Rusev goes to the outside now. Well,
you know, he doesn't want to challenge Shinsuke Nakamura while he's hot, so he's going to take a walk around with the Shakespeare's song, Aiden English.
So what's Nakamura going to have to do to get a win in this match, Dan?
Kind of got to avoid Aiden English. You know, he can play a pivotal part in the outcome of this match. He just needs to stick to his game plan. He's got a good bit of momentum behind him. He's a men's Royal Rumble winner.
Yeah, and he gave a fantastic performance in there, coming in at number 14, if I remember correctly, only because I picked the lucky number.
Oh, you had 13, didn't you? Or was it 14?
I'm 14. That's fucking one of the bonus points I got this year. Don't take that away. So it's all about points. And Rusev now slowly getting back in. And I like Nakamura's attire. It's like kind of red Beetlejuice.
Nakamura's getting frustrated, goes out to get Rusev after Rusev's not getting into the ring after about 20 minutes.
Oh, they're back. Dan is gesticulating at the two fans with high vis. I mean, we haven't seen them in
bright
a
pink
long time.
jacket and a bright fluorescent green top. The man's got a bald head. Looks like he spent too much time on a tanning bed.
Yeah, but to be fair, he has put a little bit of weight as well. I mean, if you go back, I think it's Attitude Era, wasn't it? Or just after that?
Just after the Attitude Era.
It used to be that.
Aggression Era.
Used to be that all the time. And we'll have a look out for...
He's there.
Is he there, Smiley Green Man?
He's smack bang in the middle where he normally sits.
So, dueling Nakamura-Rusev, they chance Nakamura gets in. But then Rusev clotheslines Nakamura. Looks like he caught his leg up.
Well, after frustrating Nakamura, Rusev's upper hand in this match.
Well, this is not the way I thought it was going to go. Rusev sends Nakamura into the barricade, and the fans we're talking about right in front of you. There's Green Smiley Man. And with Aiden, and if you're wondering why Aiden English is out here, everybody should know that he's got a manager's license, which means he is allowed at ringside. I mean, not many people know that he's got a great singer voice, manager's license, and that's why he's allowed here. Other people might have been sent away.
Indeed, yes.
Remember when they used to have fucking managers' license? They don't make...
They used to have proper managers as well. You know, you've only got, Paul Heyman, Paul Ellering, Paulie...
Did you see Heyman's promo in Raw?
Yeah.
It was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh.
Then he started to walk out, and then he came back in, put the title down, and then Roman Reigns came out.
Yeah, I just didn't... I don't know.
This is Roman Reigns, bitch.
Yeah, why say bitch? Well, you know, that was like shocking anymore.
You're looking at his bitch.
I saw a bit of Heyman thing earlier on YouTube, and it was him in like 2002 when Austin had just walked out. And he was talking about Austin. He said Austin would come back. And they go, well, no, he's definitely not going to come back. He's like, no, he definitely will come back. And Vince McMahon would just put him in that spot. He said, in The Rock at the moment, he said, what would be great for his character if he embraced Hollywood and turned bad guy, and then he could take the piss out of the fans like that. Heyman was spot on the money about that. And Rusev's got Nakamura with the sleeper.
Nakamura's, sorry.
Just trying to wear him down.
Nakamura manages to reverse it, though, into a leg bar of some sorts. Rusev manages to crawl his way to the bottom rope.
Well, that's how dangerous Nakamura is. Going for a kick now.
Catches the leg of Nakamura, picks him up, and just plants him in Iranagi.
And now he's going for a cover, but Nakamura, shoulder up at the last second. And Rusev might be feeling that leg of his that Nakamura's just attacked. Yeah, you take your time, Rusev. A huge Rusev Day chance. Here comes Rusev. Ooh.
Do you think they quickly lose their heat, though? I mean, like, Nakamura's not as hot as he once was. It's like, for 5-10 minutes after his entrance, the fans were chanting. Hence, while putting him against Rusev is a bad idea.
Yeah, exactly. I think you're bang on the money there, And it's just, with Nakamura, it was... In NXT, you didn't see him week in, week out, did you? And he wasn't getting beaten down like this. He was being dominant, and it was just like kind of the main event matches that he was having that were great matches. You think about Joe or Bobby Roode and people like this. And now, what's he been done? Since the Rumble, not been used, has he?
No, he's spent a little bit of time off telly. Came back last week after about a 3-week absence.
Yeah, exactly. Beat Aiden English, and then it sets up the kind of Rusev match, and you think to yourself... Okay, and now in this match, I mean, you could say Rusev's been in control more than Nakamura has, as he hits the knees on Nakamura.
Yeah, Nakamura started off good. Rusev frustrated him. But as we're saying that, Nakamura comes back after he gets Irish whipped towards the ropes with a flying kick. And both men are kind of struggling to make their way to their feet. Nakamura's up first.
Oh, now Nakamura kicks to the chest of Rusev.
Oh, but Rusev catches the third, but Nakamura swings around with the right and hits him with... Inseguri.
And now Nakamura backing up to the corner.
Places Rusev over the top rope. Rolls back.
This is classic Nakamura.
Boom. Running knee. Throws Rusev down. Goes for the cover. 2.
Oh.
Rusev managing to kick out.
Nakamura maybe a little bit frustrated that he didn't put Rusev away, but I mean, how many times has he beaten someone like this? And this is the Nakamura that I like. Focusing on the knee, straight to Rusev's head and shoulder. And now trying to pick him up. Looks like Rusev.
He's going to be a dead weight.
Yeah.
But Nakamura, I think he's just utilising the front face lock.
And Rusev trying to reach for the ropes. Powers up Nakamura now.
Oh, but can't quite get him there. And Nakamura just squeezes tighter, drops Rusev back down to one knee.
And Rusev again with Nakamura. Nakamura still holding on though. Credit to him. Crowd ready into this one. Look, that guy's even yawning.
You shouldn't be yawning at a Nakamura.
No. Or Rusev. I mean, these two men should get me excited for it. Rusev picks up Nakamura. Oh,
lovely fall away slam there by Rusev, managing to get some separation.
Making sure his neck is okay. Just trying to feel it out at this moment in time. Look how impressive Rusev was there.
Can Nakamura hit the exploder on Rusev?
I don't know. The punishment been taken. He's fighting back with a combination low on Rusev.
Rusev hit for 6, but manages a pop-up knee to the midsection.
Oh!
Follows up with a kick to the side of the head.
Was that a match kick? It could have knocked him out.
2. Oh! But Nakamura.
You could argue the fact if Rusev does beat Nakamura, not only would it be a mini upset, but Rusev would have a right to say, hey, maybe put me in the WWE title match, whoever the champion is, at WrestleMania. Now he's beating a Royal Rumble winner now. And Rusev's going to look to finish this off by clashing Nakamura.
Rusev crash.
Here comes Rusev, powered up now. No, that's the kick he was looking for.
Ducks the kick, hits him with a right hand.
And now the forearm by Nakamura. Oh.
Gets caught with a kick from Rusev, goes to the head, goes down low and just chops Nakamura down.
Oh, trying to stomp at Nakamura. Nakamura dodged and now hit the knee.
Hits a guillotine of his own.
And now he's looking for Rusev to get the position. Is it time, Dan?
Time for what, James?
Well, is it time for the... No, Rusev. I was about to say, Rusev rolls him up.
So, Nakamura manages to kick out. Gets him in the accolade.
Oh, my word.
Can Nakamura fight it?
He does manage to roll up. 2. Oh. Rusev shoulder up at 2.
2.
Back to feet. Dodging one kick from Nakamura.
He hits him on the way back round. Take 2.
There we go. It's got to be time now.
Time for what, James?
It's time for the Kinshasa. Go on, get up, fucking here. Kinshasa. Oh!
Rusev hits him, nearly takes his head off.
2.
But Nakamura manages to kick out.
I think Rusev was at fault there because he fell down on the pin. If he managed to hook the leg, he might have beaten Nakamura. But fair play, Shinsuke showing his toughness.
Turn Nakamura inside out.
Oh, now Rusev growling. Tried to get the accolade in, failed first time. It's Rusev Day.
A big stamp to the back. But Nakamura rolls through again.
Oh, Kinshasa!
To the back of Rusev's head.
But Rusev, credit to him, still recovering, and now Nakamura.
Bang, that was a Kinshasa.
Knee to the head, Kinshasa. Victory. Job done for Shinsuke fucking Nakamura. Rusev in a surprisingly competitive match. I didn't think it was too bad. I kind of lulled in a little bit of parts with Rusev with the submissions in, but I quite like the ending. It's just a shame Rusev is not that strong. We talk about last year's FastLane results. 3 years ago, Rusev was beating John Cena at FastLane. Tonight, he's losing to Nakamura in the opening match. So, I don't think it was a bad match. Dan, what do you think?
No, it wasn't a terrible match. It did lull in parts, but it picked up. I think the ending was great. It was a lot of back and forth. At times thought Rusev could have had it, but Nakamura, he's resilient and he managed to fight his way back.
Yeah, most definitely. And we start the main show with another point, so it's 2 points all as we head into the rest of the card. And there may only be one difference between us. There may only be 2. There may be none. We might have gone for the same guy.
Who knows? I've been playing mind games with each other in our main event.
We just don't know. One thing we do know is that Shinsuke Nakamura will be at WrestleMania challenging the WWE champion. But
we'll find out who that champion is presumably in the main event.
Well, I think the main event should be Roode versus Orton. But
okay, we'll find out in the last match of the night.
We shall see. It should be the night. They should just fuck everything. Just have a Iron Man.
A 3-hour Iron Man match.
I've got no problem with women's wrestling or tag team matches in general. To have it on a WWE pay-per-view like this, it could be on Smackdown. And look, the thing is, once we get to the dual branded shows, there'll be no more matches like this. It will just be matches that matter, won't it? You know,
title matches.
Yeah, exactly. No offense to the, like I say, the women's tag team. I'm a huge and Becky Lynch, but
going against Carmella and Natalia.
Yeah, exactly. So what's happened with them? What's happened to those four? You know, I know Charlotte, Ruby Riott, and whatnot, but what about the rest of the women's division, eh? Ask Ronda Rousey. We are 28 days away from WrestleMania, and we know it's going to be Rousey teaming up Kurt Angle versus Triple H and Stephanie. We know it's going to be Lesnar versus Reigns. We know Nakamura's going to get a title opportunity. Apart from that, well, and Bobby Roode defending his US title. Apart from that, we don't know what else could happen.
Well.
Oh! No! No, not this early.
This could make the rest of the podcast really
awkward. No! I didn't want it this soon. Well, up next is the US title. It is my man, the glorious...
Going against the legend killer, or the glorious killer, Randy Orton. Going for the only title he hasn't held.
I am out here to announce a tournament to crown a new United States champion. Question is, can Bobby Roode make the United States title glorious?
Back to back, we're taking aim. Feel the rock in your veins. All is cold, cold as stone.
Bobby Roode is in the finals.
Make you feel unshakable. Make you feel alive.
Bobby Roode is United States champion.
Back to back, maintain the game. Walk your path, break your chain.
I want to be the greatest United States champion in history. In order for me to do that, I need to test myself against the very best.
Make you feel unchangeable. Make you feel alive.
Oh, wait a minute! I hear voices! The RKO out of nowhere! Why would Randy Orton choose to do this?
The United States Championship is the only title that I haven't got my hands on in 16 years.
And Randy Orton has won the Intercontinental Tag Team Champion. Randy Orton's won his second Rumble in 8 years.
Nobody has such God-given talent.
Mr. Money in the Bank. The 13-time World Champion. I'm the face of this company.
Future Hall of Famer. You just so happen to be the guy I gotta run through to take it.
Now Randy Orton must focus on Bobby Roode of the United States title at FastLane. Glorious DDT!
You fooled me once, shame on me. I got you this time, Randy. Not twice. I want Randy Orton at his best, because I know that when I beat Randy Orton on Sunday, I beat the best Randy Orton possible.
Be careful what you wish for, Bobby, because you just may get it.
I don't plan on losing Sunday to Randy or anyone else in the near future. I'm walking into WrestleMania, United States champion.
Bobby Roode may make the title glorious, but Randy Orton to make it legendary. Glorious! Bang!
Fucking
out
cheap
of
shot,
nowhere.
cunt.
Oh, Orton.
Because he's a fat, he has to attack him from behind, doesn't he? Yeah, boy, that's what happens. That's what happens when you try to hit RKO.
That's the one and only time he's going to hit it.
Bobby Roode will fucking lay out Randy Orton tonight. This should be the main event. What he said.
They built it up like the main event.
Well, it's time, Dan. We'll get on to promo in a minute. We'll hear this cunt coming out first. But quiet crowd reaction.
He's got that sadistic look in his eye.
Ain't gonna happen. Not tonight. Not any night. We are ready now for a proper entrance. Oh, fucking Orton takes ages to get to the ring.
Just soaking in his fans. Randy RKO me. I'd let him spear me and hit me with a wrestling move.
Hey, boom. Right, now we've seen the chump. Let's see the champion. The glorious one. I get one a month. Here we go.
We're going to hear Randy Orton's music after the match anyway, so...
I'm blocking it out. Blocking all negativity out.
Glorious. No, I won't give in. I won't give in till I'm victorious. And I will defend. I will defend. Glorious. No, I won't give in. I won't give in till I'm victorious. And I will defend. I will defend. And I'll do what I must. No, I won't give in. I won't give in. Oh, so glorious. Until the end. Until the end.
It's a nervous smile he's got on his face.
Confidence running through his veins.
Randy Orton's got venom.
As I air guitar Bobby Roode's coming out here because he is.
Glorious.
Hit him with an RKO, Randy. But the referee's like, hold him back, hold him back. Hold me back.
Well. What a glorious entrance it is there from Bobby Roode. But Dan, what have you thought of the build-up to this match?
Well, they've up as if it's going to be a massive main event match. I mean, you know, it's tells the story of how Bobby Roode won his US title and how Randy Orton just came out of nowhere, RKO'd Bobby Roode and said basically the only title I haven't held in my 16-year career in WWE is the US Championship. And there's only one man standing in his way, and that is Bobby Roode. And, you know, Bobby Roode did get some revenge against Randy Orton, hit him with the glorious DDT. So, you know, they're finisher for finisher, 1-1. So, yeah, you know, this is a match that could go either way. The bookies were split on this.
Yeah. Listen to that awesome reaction for Bobby Roode. What a huge match this is. We talk about legacy for Randy Orton. It's his legacy for Bobby Roode. Like you said, Dan, I'm not going to argue you. To be the man, you got to beat the man. And, you know, Randy Orton, I'm no doubt in my mind, he has been the man. But now it's time for something new, for something glorious, and something rude. Here we go. We're going to start off with a collar and elbow tie-up. Roode won the exchange to start off.
Yeah, but Randy Orton with a standing switch there. Roode trying to struggle his way out of it. But before we get any further...
Oh, shit, yeah.
Predictions?
So it's my go. Well, I have gone for... of course I haven't. I've gone for the one and only United States champion, Mr. NXT last year, the one and only glorious B. I always back my men.
Well, James, I thought you'd go for Bobby Roode.
Come on, bring it to me.
So in that instance, to try and save some face and maybe a point, I've gone for Randy Orton.
Yes, you have. There we go. It is Orton versus Roode, and in the exchange, neither man can get apart, and this is going to be so interesting. A WrestleMania level main event, well, just match for us right here. We talked about this on a year ago on the WNR podcast. What would happen when we faced Orton? We both have gone for our men here. Randy Orton to win, and Dan, what's he going to do to win? Keys to victory?
Not get distracted for starters, because we know he's forever getting distracted by what's going on around. And as I say that, he's getting distracted by the WrestleMania sign and posing.
Exactly.
But he needs to focus on Bobby Roode. You know, you can't take Bobby Roode lightly. And credit where credit's due, Roode is a good competitor. He flourished in NXT. You know, I'm not going to take anything away from Bobby Roode.
Yeah, but Roode's going to win, isn't he? Yeah, that's what you're thinking now.
A punt or an RKO, and it's good night, Bobby Roode.
Well, glorious DDT's there for Bobby. He's got to do the onslaught, hasn't he? Randy Orton. Then again, I'm lying to you. No, with Randy Orton, he takes a long time to get into the match, you know, and he's at his most dangerous, like I say, towards the end of the match, but right when things are heating up, because that RKO can come out of nowhere. Roode has to avoid it. He is glorious because he's just knocked down Randy Orton. We talk about two men posing. They're really going for it in this one. This is a proper match.
They are.
Yep, leapfrog.
Oh, was he thinking about the RKO? But he hit him with a back elbow, and Randy knows it can come out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's weird how they do stuff for us, though, the WWE, and I'm just glad they've given us this match, really, you know, and It's great to see. I'm never sure if we were going to see Roode versus Orton. I'm just glad we're seeing it, you know?
Oh, most definitely, yeah. And there's rumour has it
that
Orton may be getting drafted to Raw.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
In the draft picks. But, you know, what they will do with Orton, remains to be seen. But I prefer him on SmackDown. I think there's a lot better opportunities on there.
Well, we talk about freshening Randy Orton up, being around for that long, you know, after the Jinder Mahal debacle last year, what to do. I think a feud with Roode, especially if you bring out Roode's character from NXT, you know, even if he has to cheat to win, that is my hope in this, that he pulls the tights or poke to the eye. You know, that Bobby Roode versus Randy Orton, I think it would be an even better story. And as we've seen with Christian and people out in the past, Randy Orton can do that. So, you know, if he gets on well with Bobby Roode, let this be a thing, you know, even if he...
Oh! And an early attempt at an RKO, and Bobby Roode scarpers out the ring, running for his safety.
At all costs, avoid the RKO, and Bobby Roode did then. Harm's way. That was too close, though. You can't, you know, you're snapping the Viper. He is going to bite you at some point. Look at the redness on the chest of Orton.
Well, that's a couple of stiff chops from Bobby Roode, but Randy Orton nearly responded in kind with an RKO of his own.
Well, I know you say Randy Orton is tight and ripped. I think Bobby Roode, at this moment in time, has got a better body than Randy Orton. I think he's bigger in build. Roode is more muscular than Randy Orton. And I think he's got a better body at this moment in time.
Well, that's your opinion. And you're quite entitled to it. And as we know, opinions are like arseholes. Everyone has one.
Yes, but Ole. Not many. We ain't done Ole in ages. Irish whip. Roode, look at that though, leapfrogging over Randy Orton. Beautiful, glorious thing.
And now it's Randy Orton's time to just catch his breath. He's not running away. He's taking a breather. He's clever. He's intelligent like that. 16 years in a WWE ring, James.
Bobby Roode is smirking at this moment in time.
No, he hasn't. He's got a cigarette in his gob. He's just got a stupid grin on his fucking mug.
And I'll tell you who else got a stupid grin on their faces. Jinder Mahal watching backstage with the Singh brother, who was not injured.
Sunil or Samir?
Yep, Sunil. Samir. Randy Orton now going to take his time to get in. Roode saying, yeah, he's fine. He's champion. He can get a count-out victory. Exactly. Get disqualified if you want. As long as you retain the title tonight, I feel that's the main thing, you know?
Well, no, because
Roode
Roode wins it by disqualification, Randy Orton gets a victory.
Yeah, but I'm not even talking about us on prediction. I'm just talking about Bobby Roode and himself. You know, I know he wants to beat Randy Orton to prove he belongs, but what's more important?
Oh, and Orton just deposits Roode midsection first on the top rope.
What's more important, or still being United States champion?
Yeah, but what would you rather do? Would you rather beat Randy Orton on FastLane and lose at WrestleMania, or would you rather Randy Orton win at FastLane and you lose at WrestleMania? No,
hang on.
Would you rather Roode win at Fastlane and lose at WrestleMania, or would you rather Randy Orton win at Fastlane and lose at WrestleMania?
But I don't see Orton winning here and then losing at Fastlane. We'll get there in a minute.
So it's not easy.
Yeah, no, it's not, is it? No. I see Randy. I see Randy. If Randy Orton does win tonight, I don't see him losing at WrestleMania. I think if Jinder Mahal will be involved, it'll be a triple threat, and then they'll move on from there. But look at the power, Bobby Roode, Irish whipped in the corner, coming out like a stallion that he is. That's a lariat, that
kicking
is.
out after one.
Well, that's a lariat by Bobby Roode.
And Randy Orton kicked out after one.
Yeah, but Orton's tough. I'm not saying he's not. It's going to take a lot to beat Randy Orton. We've seen this in the past. Hell, we've done a Randy Orton in our podcast, you know?
Yeah,
2 parts.
Yes.
Two. Top 5 RKOs. So we like Randy Orton. It's just, for me, Bobby Roode's better. Hits the knee. That got a 2 count there.
2. But Randy Orton has the ability to kick it up a gear. And when he gets to that place, even the referee's fucked.
But I think Bobby Roode has that ability to kick it up as well. And we saw it in NXT against Nakamura, where he took it to the next level to be able to retain this title.
Does Bobby Roode have the ability to punt a female?
Right, Randy Orton mistreats women more than Bobby Roode. You're right about that,
Exactly.
Dan. I've got to concede.
Exactly. So Randy Orton doesn't care if you've got boobs and a vagina or a little small penis, like Bobby Roode.
Well, speaking of that, weirdly, our love for Bobby Roode and Randy Orton will come into place, or has come into place, as you listen to this. I hope you've all picked a winner in the sing-off between Bobby Roode and Randy Orton. We hope you do. We hope you've gone right. Obviously, vote for James because Bobby Roode is glorious, and You know, what
And
can I
vote
say?
vote for
Yeah, exactly, Dan.
and vote for Dan because Randy Orton is a legend and he kills the gloriousness.
Well, we'll see what happens. Rude at the moment.
And if it's a success, we may have something even more special for WrestleMania.
Oh, WrestleMania live show. It is going to be off the chain if it works, yeah. And look at Bobby Roode, though, the power in his arms, squeezing Randy Orton easily, letting him go, picking him up again for a suplex.
Suplex attempt. Oh, but Orton blocks it. He's intelligent like that. Hooks his leg round Roode and reverses it. Gets the upper hand. Classic Orton.
Well, classic Orton, but Roode's recovery is something that people might underestimate in here. With Bobby Roode, exactly. We all know about Randy Orton. Bobby Roode's still this unknown commodity. He's still got that it factor, if you will, where we don't really know. When he's pushed to the limit, how does he respond?
He's nothing more than a theme tune, James.
No, I completely disagree with you there. So to get to his feet.
Quick to the punch. Lands a couple of big right hands to the head. Rocking Roode.
Oh, and a huge clothesline by Bobby Roode. And again, a second one, sending Orton cowering back to the turnbuckle. Going to pick him up with a neck breaker. Slams him down.
Not as good as Orton's neck breaker.
Oh,
it's a neck breaker nonetheless.
Bobby Roode now going back in the corner. No, he's not. Bobby Roode's going to the top. You see, unlike Orton, he actually leaves his feet. Bobby Roode now all the way up high. Going to come down on Randy Orton.
He's going to bite him in the ass. RK off the top.
Here comes Roode. Oh, no.
Oh, hits Orton.
I mean, yes, clothesline.
You're not Ultimate Warrior.
There.
Batista.
Clotheslines Orton down. And then he shakes the ropes. And now it's time. It is the glorious DDT time. Bang. DDT. Takes him out.
Oh no. Orton with the roll up. 1, 2. But Roode managing to kick out.
Uh-oh.
Randy's heating up. He's going to that place. Scoop slam.
And Bobby Roode, like, showing all the intelligence in the world. You see, rolling towards that bottom ropes who can't get pinned. Trying to get out of the ring now. It's great strategy by Bobby Roode.
Is it stupid strategy, though? Because you know what Randy Orton does to people that are on the outside of the ring?
Maybe Roode knows this and he's lulling Orton in.
You think the glorious DDT's good? The suspension DDT's better.
No, it's not. Roode
and he doesn't even finish people with
Roode
that.
lulling Orton into a full sense of security here. Mark my words. Go on, keep marking them. Uh-oh. Yes, Roode!
Oh.
Bang!
Will he do it the other side, though?
It sends Orton to the apron. Uh-oh.
But Randy Orton, clever to Roode's games. And what he was going to do, he was lulling Roode into a full sense of security.
And look at that, Bobby Roode, feet up, knew exactly what Orton was going to do. Second rope now for Bobby, because he's glorious. Oh!
Blockbuster.
That is brilliant. 1, 2,
Kick out by Orton.
Roode's so close there to beating Orton. Orton's lucky to still be in this match.
Roode's lucky he's in the same ring as Randy Orton.
Bandy Orton, is that
Bandy Orton.
Huge knife edge shot by Roode.
Tries
to leap over Randy Orton again.
Gets caught this time.
But the power of Roode with the
Randy
right arm.
Him with a kick. Suspension DDT time. Oh. Bang. Plants Roode straight on the top of his bonce. Not even going to bother with a pin. It's not worth it. He's going to go for the punt. Kick his head into Rowe's head.
He's taking too long. Randy Orton at this moment in time.
He's feeding off the fans. His fans.
He should be concentrating on the glorious Bobby Roode.
He's sucking in WrestleMania.
The
end is nigh.
Come on, Bobby.
Orton pounding the mat.
Yes! Avoids it yet again. Knee to the stomach. Oh, DDT.
Looking for the glorious DDT. Rolls Orton up. 1, 2.
Not like this. Roode. Back to his feet, though. Going back to the ropes. Dodging a clothesline from Orton.
Eliminates Randy from the Raw Rumble. Not that Roode's ever been in a Royal Rumble to know what it's like to eliminate
Come
someone.
on, Jinder, come out
Randy,
and
who's
attack Randy Orton. Come on. Randy Orton now, look. Just squirming on the outside. Roode, just stay where you are. See, he could have got a counter victory, but he's such a man that Roode wants to go out there and beat Orton in the middle of the ring, which he can do.
Well, he's stupid.
He's not.
He is.
Come back.
Come back, King.
He's not. Roode now, Irish whipping Orton.
Reversal. Throws Roode into the barricade.
Fucking hell.
Drops him spine first onto the barricade, folding the glorious Bobby Roode in half.
The recovery skills of Bobby Roode can to none.
Randy Orton goes for a cover. 1, 2.
Yeah!
Roode just getting his shoulder up.
See, Orton. Don't know how he's going to do it, eh? You can't hit the RKO because Roode blocking every time.
Kick his head off then.
You try and cheat on the outside. Doesn't work. The punch should be banned. And we all know Orton's just a finishing move. Roode now catching his breath back.
Randy Orton offering Roode a seat.
Look,
on the top turn.
exactly. Very nice. Roode blocking. See, blocked it again. He's playing possum. Hello, possums!
Randy Orton going for a super duper rooper duper plex. So good.
You named it 8 times.
Indeed. Or 13 times. The amount of times Orton's got world championships.
Well, Bobby Roode's number 5 in the top 10 of SmackDown. Orton only number 9 if you talk about numbers. But Roode blocking Orton now. There's only one man that's champion at this moment, and it's Bobby Roode, not Randy Orton. And now Roode, what's he got planned for Randy? Sunset flip.
Oh, but Orton's holding on. No, he's not.
No, he's
Punching
not.
away at Roode's head, though.
Bang!
Gets planted with a powerbomb.
Go on, that's it. Free.
Orton manages to kick out.
Referee, that's a very slow count there, ref. I saw it wasn't as quick as the Orton count. The Orton one was like 1, 2, 3. This is just 1, 2, 3. I mean, I'm not going to put the
blaming the ref.
I'm not. I'm just saying. I just noticed the count there. Plus the cameraman. You know, the shine might be in Roode's eye. Now, see, look, Roode's even looking at it now. Come on, Bobby. You know what it takes to put Orton away. You never put him away. Roode, you know what it takes to win this match. Glorious DDT. Do not go up, Roode. Do not go up to the top, Bobby. Bobby, please listen to me. Stop what you're doing right now and just beat up Randy Orton. Do not do this, Bobby. Do not do this. You were successful earlier. Oh.
Wow. He didn't heed your advice, and he didn't get RKO'd off the top, but he's certainly in a lot of trouble. I don't know if you can hurt a vagina that much, but...
Oh, I get it, because he's a woman. Good one. Good one. Orton going up. And he has to hit a suplex in the match, because that's one of his 5 moves, isn't it? Let's not forget about that. He's already hit the power slam and the DDT. He's got superplex and RKO to go.
Exactly, an RKO.
And Roode now going to block this.
With his back. No one does it better.
Then Bobby Roode, you're right, who can match even though his head just bounced off the canvas like a basketball. That is not fair.
1, 2. Oh.
Yes!
Roode just lifting the shoulder up, just saving his title.
Doesn't matter, that's what he did. Orton wanted to be cocky in the cover. He's going to come back to haunt you.
Well, he was just making Bobby Roode expel energy by kicking out. Orton's a strategist.
Come on, Bobby.
He hasn't quite got them voices in his head yet.
Come on, Bobby.
Come on, Randy.
And what an impact. And now both men slowly getting up and Roode winning an exchange with the punches. Got the stronger right hand, hasn't he? Oh, yeah, Randy looks great as well. Kicked to midsection.
Randy responds in kind.
Yeah, big right hand by Bobby Roode. Nearly knocked the teeth out of Randy Orton's mouth.
Oh, but Orton responds. Was it a little bit low? No one cares.
Oh, look at that uppercut made him a couple of inches taller.
Oh, an uppercut to Roode made him a couple of inches
Oh, good
followed
one.
by a second.
Good one. I don't know how he come out of that.
And the trivecta.
Oh, no, Roode catches him. Come on. Gets him in the cover. 1, 2.
Oh, Orton managing to kick out.
Glorious DDT. No.
Reversed.
Yes.
Oh, RKO.
Go on, Roode. Star. The best in the business. 2, 3.
Not quite.
Referees count.
Slow your roll.
Slow referees count. I'm not having this. This is a screw job. Bobby Roode, look at the power there. Picking Orton up. Bang. And now Roode knows. Glorious DDT. Put Orton away.
Orton's faced a spinebuster from Batista. He's faced a spinebuster from Triple H. I don't think a Bobby Roode spinebuster's gonna hurt.
Well, Roode's avoided the RKO 3 times and Orton's avoided the Glorious DDT a couple of times. Roode looking at the WrestleMania sign, picks up Randy Orton to finally put him away. What a match this has been.
Orton managing to fight out with a big elbow though. Rocks Roode back into the corner.
Oh, Roode again managed to get the feet up. Second blockbuster. Oh,
KO! Pin that man! Pin him! Pin him! 1, 2, 3! Yes! Yes! Fucking yes! Fuck you in the ass! Randy Orton wins! New US champ! So, James, how'd you like them apples?
Do you know something? I've got something to say right now. I'm going to say it. Right? I'm not going to talk about the match because Bobby Roode just got screwed there with a fast count by the referee. Before I get onto that, I just want to say, fuck Randy Orton, fuck you, Dan, and fuck this fucking podcast. I quit.
James, serious. James. Come on, it's only a loss, James. James? Well, anyway, I'm not going to let Randy Orton's victory get me down because he thoroughly deserved it. He was the better man. He did beat a worthless champion in Bobby Roode. Thoroughly deserved. And the Viper stands tall. He can be number 5. Orton could be number 9. But he's number 1 in my books. And also, he's a Grand Slam champion. And now Jinder Mahal's music's playing. He's going to RKO him and all. And now Orton, after an exhilarating match against Bobby Roode, is going to put down the modern-day Maharaja. But Bobby Roode in with the save. Glorious DDT to Jinder Mahal. At least he hit one of them tonight. Oh, no, but he's picking up Randy Orton. Oh, what a bitter loser. Planting Randy Orton with a glorious DDT. That is just sour grapes. Bobby Roode lost his title to a better man, and he has to attack him from behind like a cowardly bitch. And currently, not that it matters because James has quit the podcast, but I am 3 points up for 2, looking at a perfect score because I back my man, and my man never lets me down. Well, while this is an ad break, I'm going to go and try and find James Rowland. Hopefully he hasn't jumped off the roof or he's not taken a lot of pills. I don't know if he has got any sharp objects in his pocket. He may have been prepared for this loss already. He may have a noose tied up upstairs. But I'm going to go and try and find him, so... I've not found any swinging feet. I've looked outside. There's no bodies splat on the floor. He must be crying somewhere in his room. Well, the show must go on, and our thousands of listeners will want to hear something. So we go on to the next match, but it's not. It's just an update on Ronda Rousey coming out of the Royal Rumble, pointing at the WrestleMania sign, and it's obviously set up for a match. Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle going against Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. And we're backstage with Kevin Owens and he's confronted by Sami Zayn. Are these two going to fall out tonight in the match? Or is Sami Zayn going to lay down for Kevin Owens as he proclaimed before? But then obviously on Smackdown, Sami Zayn did pin Kevin Owens after a hell of a kick in a fatal 5-way match. Wasn't there? He was busy on Raw because he is a free agent. So, James, what do you think? Oh, no, James is not here. I just hope he's got some tissues where he is so he can cry into it. Oh, and it's Lean Back by Sir. Never heard of him, never heard of the song, but it's the official theme of Fastlane. Well, up next, it is women's tag team action, and it is Naomi and Becky Lynch going against Natalya and Carmella. Let the fans know that I've gone for Becky and Naomi. I don't know who I'm showing my prediction list to because... there's no fucker here. It says Becky and Naomi, and the match has only just started, so obviously I can't have cheated. Ah oui, monsieur, c'est Randy Orton, RKO, Bobby Roode. Hey, oui, monsieur.
All right.
James, your eyes look a bit red and puffy, and you've got streaks down your eyes. What, are you right? Are you sure you're right?
All right,
Dan, are you okay?
Dan, can we please just move on? I just want to call the rest of the show. And then just get on with it, okay? Can we just... well, what have I missed so far? Have you telling them? Have you told them what we've missed?
I've mentioned a few things, yes. It was just basically a long-ass Ronda Rousey promo. We went through the different nationalities of the announcers, and you haven't missed any wrestling whatsoever. Okay,
so... the match just started. This is Naomi and Lynch versus Carmella and... Natalya. And I have gone for, in this one... Lynch and Naomi.
I've gone for Lynch and Naomi.
Lynch and Naomi. What are your reasonings behind it?
Fuck it, I'm going to go and tell you now. I think Carmella's going to lose and she's going to cash in her Money in the Bank later on.
Oh!
There is my card on the fucking table.
Well, you've just handed in your
I've cashed
card.
in my cash-in card.
But you didn't hand it in like that. You passed it to me like you do the briefcase.
Indeed, yes. I'm
Got-
cashing in.
You're
I'm cashing in. Call it. I'm cashing in.
Well, I'll tell you what, it is your lucky day, isn't it? So maybe tonight you'll catch a little bit more luck as Becky Lynch, don't talk about it. Becky Lynch takes down Natalia, tags
it was
in
more
Naomi.
than luck.
Tags in Naomi, don't talk about it.
Oh, and a
Tags
double
in
snapmare
Naomi.
takedown. And dual kicks there from Naomi and Becky Lynch. These two have been working well together. Obviously fending off the Riot Squad in their little 6 women back going against formidable opponents. Well, it's kind of forgotten about Carmella.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, since she's won her Money in the Bank briefcase. Since she's lost James Ellsworth, she's gone nowhere.
Yeah, I would agree with that, you know. And don't forget, Naomi lost the title to Natalia, which never, and then her title reign never started, did it? Because she lost to Charlotte. So it's a shame Naomi, all these 4 really should get more time rather than just kind of put together tag.
Well, we've got 3 former women's champions, or Divas champion in Natalia's case. Did Naomi just hit a modified stunner?
I think she tried to her credit. But I do like Naomi. Of course, we saw her all the way back. Episode 2, nice shoes. And Carmella gets kicked off the apron.
Oh, but that was long enough to distract Naomi for Natalia to get up and hit her with a sit-out powerbomb. Goes for the cover. 2.
Nearly folded Naomi in half, but she managed to kick out. And look at Natalia just flexing her muscles here.
Am I right in saying all 4 of these women was in the mixed match challenge? Apart from Becky Lynch? Was Becky Lynch in it?
Becky Lynch in it? Was Becky Lynch? Yes, Becky Lynch teamed up with Sami Zayn.
She did indeed, yes, trying to bring the better side out of him. And of course, Carmella teamed up with Big E.
Yeah.
With her husband Jay and Natalia Nakamura.
Yes, there we go. And of course, we'll bring the second part of the mixed match challenge in a few weeks' time. We're just glad you enjoyed the first part of the mixed match challenge. Now, finally, Dan's going to tell you the truth what happened. Oh, Carmella there with a Bronco Buster on Naomi. Going for the cover, but Naomi showing her strength there, managing to bridge up from it. Carmella rubbing her nose into the canvas. And I think Naomi and Becky Lynch do need a victory. You know, they've been used badly, like I say, with the Riot Squad. And now, coming in here, former women's champions, they deserve respect. And it's a shame they've given more time to the Raw women than the other SmackDown women. If you look at the Bayley and Banks storyline, you get nothing out of SmackDown. Is it because of an hour less, or is it just because Charlotte is the main focus point on SmackDown?
Well, do you think, you know, they've got a women's tag match, and they've got a match also coming up later on, probably between the tag match, I suppose, between a tag match and a 6-pack challenge. But do you think, you know, the Raw women have had it better with their the first ever women's elimination chamber?
Yeah, I think Raw's handled a great deal, you know.
You know, Raw had the first ever Raw Rumble winner.
Yes, and also, if you look at performances in the match, you had Banks, who lasted the longest, who was another Raw performer as well. So, it's the thing, it's become the Charlotte show on SmackDown, and it means Naomi and Lynch haven't got a chance at the moment.
And of course, both Becky Lynch and Naomi have suffered losses to Ruby Riott and part of the Riot Squad, you know, 2 former women's champions.
They were being used just as like a Ruby Riott to be built before, like say, Charlotte knocks her down. Now Carmella gets a tag in, got the legs on Naomi. Oh my God, that's a great submission hold there. And that is very dangerous.
Well, very athletic by Mella.
Oh, Miss Money in the Bank now pulling back the hair, Naomi. Oh, slap Naomi to Carmella.
Oh, Carmella responds with a slap on her own. And this is the feisty side of Carmella we haven't really seen much of. Sorry, my voice is a bit hoarse after cheering for Randy Orton.
Don't talk about it. Knee by Carmella on Naomi on the apron. Carmella now going for the cover, but Naomi again getting a kick out. And Becky Lynch looking for the Carmella trying to Irish rip Naomi to Natalia. She reverses it low. Natalia stops her. So you're not going to get away from this. Try the back suplex. Naomi lands on her feet, tags in Becky Lynch. And now the Irish lass kick is on here. On fire, baby, like her hair. Calf kick. And the kick to Natalia's midsection. Picks her up for the exploder suplex.
Oh, she's got her in the corner. She's got her in her sights. Comes running towards Natalia, but she gets deposited to the outside. Becky Lynch climbs up top.
And here comes Naomi now off the top. Oh, what a drop kick. Even though the referee was caught behind Carmella's legs. Well, not a bad herself in now, Carmella. Straight to Lynch.
Oh, spinning heel kick to the midsection.
Oh.
But manages a jawbreaker. Naomi tags herself in.
Well, she just had
Kicks Carmella to the head.
She had a lot of punishment. Don't know if that's a great idea, but now sunset flips. Oh, but Carmella gets shoulder up at 1. Irish Whip goes for the butt bump.
Oh, but Carmella wise to it, holds on to the top rope. Naomi springs off the top, catches Carmella with a kick to the head.
And now Becky Lynch off the top on Carmella, leg drop. 1, 2.
But Natalya in to save the day.
Well, Lynch drove all the air out of Carmella there. Now Naomi in to stop Natalya, but Natalya...
Oh, Naomi and Natalya are scrambling to who throws who out the ring.
Well, Naomi gets thrown out. Now Lynch with Natalya. What's going on there? Managing to throw her out. Can't you throw people out of the ring anymore? You've forgotten. Lynch now with Carmella. Hodges in the corner.
Oh, gets caught with a big back elbow from Lynch.
Now Lynch second rope. Kicks to Carmella. Natalya back up low. Doesn't do anything. Just a distraction.
Oh, she gets caught off with kind of like a Hurricane Rana Frankenstein type move. It looked like Becky Lynch wasn't going to kick out of that one.
But Naomi comes in with a forearm to the face.
Makes a save, but she gets knocked off the apron.
Now distracted by Naomi getting in. Natalya's got Money in the Bank briefcase. Lynch knocks down Natalya.
Oh, but a kick to the throat.
1, 2, 3. Carmella gets the victory. Carmella pins Becky Lynch. So for you, Dan, perfect score's not on, which is a real fucking shame, you know that? And Carmella gets a victory. And, Dick's fault in the slightest. We both got that wrong there. I thought that was an awful match. And I'm not just saying it because of my mood. I thought the end...
I wasn't that impressed.
No.
It was a bit dodgy. You know, if they was going to win as heels, they could have at least won by the cheat.
Yeah, and even that cheat didn't work, and it was just a clean super kick to get the pinfall victory. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. It made Naomi and Becky Lynch look really weak, and they may look like I can't wrestle towards the end there. I don't know what happened, miscommunication and whatnot. Carmella gets a victory. Will she still cash in later? That's the question we ask ourselves. And is Naomi or Becky Lynch going to lay each other out? That means after the fourth match, we are 3-2. Well, I say we are. Dan is 3-2 up. So up next, it is the Usos versus A New Day for the WWE Tag Team titles. And let's have a look at the promo.
One of the most extraordinary and unforgettable tag team rivalries in WWE history.
Every time we've gone toe-to-toe, we have left everyone in awe.
Every time the Usos and the New Day step right in the middle of this very ring, it's Clash of the Titan, Ali versus Frazier. The New Day will challenge the Usos at FastLane for the Smackdown Tag Team titles.
With WrestleMania season in full swing, we are looking to secure our position on the grandest stage of them all. But first, FastLane, where we take on our greatest rivals, the Usos. We respect the Usos, but this isn't about respect. This is about winning. And in FastLane, when we win, we gonna make our way down to the Big Easy, New Orleans, at WrestleMania!
You're right about one thing, Us. We went to war. And guess what? There was only one tag team left standing tall with these. You talk about the power of positivity? Well, here's a dose of the reality. We used to be just like you three. Running around here dancing, singing. That right there, it ain't take us to the next level. For the past 9 years, we try to prove to everybody that the Usos belong on WrestleMania. Year after year, we've been getting passed over. 9 years in the game. 0 WrestleManias. But this year, our time. This year, it's our time. This year, it's our time. While y'all sitting there stuck in the past 5 years, the future's standing right in front of you.
5 years? 5 years in the past? Have the two of you lost your mind? We've been at the top where we belong. We've been setting records. We hosted WrestleMania when the two of you were in the back eating catering. And we didn't get here because of our daddies. And we didn't stand on the sideline because we rushed the field and took what was ours. And at FastLane, we take what is currently yours and become not the one-time, not the two-time, but five-time WWE World Tag Team Champions.
Just lean back and let it go. Just lean back and let it go.
Right, so the New Day versus you. So, Dan, what have you thought of the promo?
Yeah, the promo's been interesting. The Usos in their Uso penitentiary and everyone's been locked down. And the New Day, they've had some of their greatest matches against them. So, why not relive this rivalry again?
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? They are reliving, but they always deliver in ring. And I mean, that Hell in a Cell match that these two teams have was extraordinary. And we've seen the New Day coming out here and they're dressed in their... I tell you what's the most serious the New Day have been in quite a while. If you look at their African-inspired robes that they've got on, and that's what it basically is, versus Usos who've kind of turned it up. These are two really top teams. I'll tell you how good they are, Dan. In a couple of weeks' time, we've got the WNR150 where we're going to add 5 more teams to the top 20 tag teams we've got, or top 15 tag teams we've got, and I think the Usos New Day are in with a massive shout to get into that list now.
Most definitely, they performed out their skins. They've been around for a few years now, and they've impressed us immensely.
Yeah.
The Usos, since they've changed to their serious side, they've got a lot better. But without further ado, James, in your predictions.
Which is weird because, the Usos double kicking Xavier Woods down. Now, I try to think outside the box for this one. And I thought there would be a title change, but I didn't think it was going to be a US title. So that's why I've gone for New Day in this one.
I've been down since day one-ish.
Usos.
Usos.
Well, fair play. For New Day, I mean, people might say it's a bit of a surprise, or Usos definitely going to retain. But if they want to make New Day like the most reigns for a WWE tag team, then this would be a good place. And then, WrestleMania could be a multi-team match. But I've got no problems with these two teams going at it again. I know people say, they've done it throughout time, but when the quality's that good, I don't really mind. Why have you gone Usos for, even though you've been down since they used?
I think Usos are on quite a good roll at the moment. They've knocked off pretty much everyone they've come against until, someone like the Bludgeon Brothers come along and dethrone them. I think they're going to hold on till then.
I think that's an excellent point because the Usos have been on a fantastic reign, haven't they? They've been held the titles now for the past few months, ever since defeating the New Day. So, like I say, it's going to take a massive tag team to do it. I think the New Day can. I'm a bit surprised that Big E is not wrestling this. It is Woods and Kofi. But then again, he's a multi-time Intercontinental United States champion. He's had his massive Rumble moments as well. And Xavier Woods, he was the kind of standout for you for the New Day last year, wasn't he?
Most definitely, yeah. I wasn't too struck on him when the first day new come about. When the New Day first come about. I thought, Big E and Kofi was the two standout guys, but no, he's certainly come into his own. His wrestling moves have very much impressed me throughout his time.
Yeah, and Kofi now gets to tag in. Woods was struggling. Kofi chopping down Jay Uso. Jimmy comes in, gets caught with a dropkick. Jay's in trouble. Boom drop by Kofi. Could have refreshed after the debacle earlier, and I feel I'm up for this. And Kofi going to go for a bit of trouble in paradise.
Trying to get this match finished early.
Oh.
Gets caught by Jay, though.
Yeah, but Kofi showing a great athletic ability, landed on his feet. Jay just knocked the taste out of Kofi's mouth.
Oh, but he got caught by Kofi. Takes out Jimmy as he was on his way into the ring as well.
I'm sure I thought Jimmy got the tag. I think that's what the referee's saying. Jay needs to go if he doesn't know this. Jay's draped over the bottom turnbuckle. And Kofi's wasted a lot of time here chanting for the New Day.
Oh, but still hits the butt bump.
Does it nearly better than the Usos? Here comes Jimmy. He is a legal man.
They're like the tag team version of Roman Reigns.
Clothesline. The super kick to Kofi. Woods comes in, gets caught out for his troubles.
He's hit with a Samoan drop, and now he's taken out Kofi. And now the Usos, they're kind of mocking New Day.
Yeah.
with the Oos. Oh, chant.
And then used the boom drop. And now he's not going to try troubling Uso dice, is he? Here comes Jimmy.
Oh, looking for it, but Kofi ducked it. Went for one of his own, but that was ducked as well.
Oh, and now he tags in Jay. Jimmy picks him up.
The midnight hour, was that?
Yeah. Uso's going to beat him with their own move. Two. Yeah.
Oh, but Kofi managing to kick out.
Well, thank goodness for that.
Well, they say imitation is the most sincere form of flattery.
And both these teams know each other so well. It's like a kind of Rock and Austin moment for tag teams where you start hitting the other person's finisher to try and get the job done.
The Stone Cold Bottom and the Rock Stunner.
Yeah, and here comes Jimmy. Going to want to put an end to Kofi Kingston and the New Day's Resistance.
Well, it's chow time in the Uso Penitentiary, James.
Here comes Jimmy in. Oh!
But Kingston ducks first into the ring post.
And now he's trying to look for a tag to the Page Turner, Xavier Woods. Kofi kicked to Jimmy's midsection. Here comes Xavier.
Oh, and he's got a hot tag. He's on fire, baby.
He is Xavier to Xavier, but he gets rolled up by Jay. Oh. So.
Manages to kick out. Walks into a super kick, though.
Yeah.
Hits like a roaring elbow. Follows up with a super kick.
Oh, Woods is on fire, baby. Super kick to Jimmy. Oh.
Super kick to Jay.
Now Kofi tags himself back in. Oh, here comes Kofi. Uso splash.
Splash. 2. Jay managing to kick out. And both Xavier Woods and Kofi complaining to the referee, saying that must have been 3.
Do you know what thing I've noticed about being behind most of the year now? I say most of the year, it's only March. The thing is that because we've gone different, even though Uso seemed like an obvious choice, that moment there, you're thinking, fucking get your shoulder up. You know, a silly result like this could change it when when you win so big.
Well, you know, on another day, a different opponent for Roode, you'd have been right, and this could have been a tag team.
Yeah, I know.
Change. So, you know, it's swings and roundabouts, isn't it?
Well, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, don't know what I said their full names for, but they are going up. Jimmy Uso pulls him off the top rope.
Jimmy with the save eliminates Xavier Woods. Are we going to see some air Roos?
Yeah, I think the Usos want to fly. Big E saying, come on, feel the power. Here come the Usos.
Boom. Take out all 3 members of the New Day.
All 5 men down. And this is this is heating up to be a cracking tag team match, and we knew it would. You know, New Day and Usos always deliver.
All 5 men are down, and that's the Bludgeon Brothers music hitting.
Well, you mentioned the Bludgeon Brothers earlier about they'll have to go through WrestleMania. Maybe they've had enough now. Eric Rowan and Luke Harper.
How's your hammer hanging?
Yeah, it's a big hammer you've got there. So, which ones are going to attack first? Oh, hit Big E. And now beating up the Usos as well.
So is that...
It's no contest, isn't it? So, well, we can either do this, Dan. We can either give ourselves a point each or not a point each.
It don't really matter, does it?
No. I'll have a point, though. Please, sir, can I have a point?
It is 4-3.
Yeah!
But we are not interested in the points at the moment because the Bludgeon Brothers are actually absolutely running through, as we mentioned earlier, the 2 best tag teams around at the moment, and they're just eating them up as if they're nothing.
No, this is a statement. The Bludgeon Brothers have looked at the Usos in New Days, like I said, recent times, said your time is coming, and now sending a message 28 days away from WrestleMania. Oh!
Dual kicks to the side of Kofi's head, or is that Xavier Woods?
That's Woods. And now Woods in serious trouble. Oh! The only reason is Kofi's wearing his Nike trainers. I don't know what the Nike trainers are.
And Eric Rowan throws Luke Harper into the ring.
And now Big E is in serious trouble. Oh! Caught outside. Rowan's picked up Kofi.
Oh, flips him over.
Oh!
And Eric Rowan there with a flying crossbody. And now they're turning their attention to the Us. Oh!
And now they're picking up the Usos.
And they're stacking up Usos like they're a couple of the New Day's pancakes.
Oh, this is bad. Oh, no, wait a minute. Rowan picking up Harper.
Oh, he's slamming Harper on top of the Usos. And now Eric Rowan running splash assisted by Luke Harper.
Oh, my God. And the Bludgeon Brothers have just taken out the tag team champions.
But they've just made a statement, James.
This is sickening. And now I don't know if they're finished or not. They're chanting, "We want tables."
But they're giving them hammers instead.
No, they can't. This is sick. And they're looking to hammer the Usos. This is PG. This can't be allowed. Oh.
Jay managing to get out of the way, but he just gets pushed it over the barricade into the crowd. But he managed to get off rather lightly from what was coming towards him.
Oh, my God. Well, this is bad. This is really, really bad.
They look like they're wearing rip-offs of Kane's outfits.
They are.
That's his early one that Eric's got. Luke Harper's got his more later one.
Oh, my God. They're still not finished. They've got the stairs. Will someone please come out and stop these two monsters? Oh, look at that, Rowan. Harper just stepping over Woods. You won't. I love you.
You won't can do my sister.
Oh, Rowan getting picked up. Oh, my God.
Fucking hell.
Fucking Jesus.
They didn't hold back either.
Double powerbomb to Woods on the stairs, standing over him. This is awful. Dan, what do you think of the match and what we've just seen?
Well, the match was running along quite nicely until the Bludgeon Brothers came in and interrupted by making a statement. You know, and they certainly have made a statement. The Usos and New Day, we've proclaimed that they are two of the best tag teams going at the moment. And the Bludgeon Brothers just ate them up and spat them out.
I don't know if the 5 men of the Usos and New Day combined can stop these two monsters in Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. And now, unfortunately, Wood is being stretchered away.
So as Braun Strowman, part of the Wyatt family, he's a monster. Eric Rowan and Luke Harper was part of the Wyatt family, they're monsters. The leader and the namesake of the Wyatt family, Bray Wyatt, no direction.
No, exactly, yeah.
Go figure.
Well, we're backstage with AJ Styles after that, and it's difficult to see people get stretched out, but AJ Styles is talking to Renee Young, and AJ Styles saying that, look, he's been at this position before. He's got 5 men who want to beat him for the WWE title. Tonight, he is going to get the job done. Yeah, it is Renee Young. Yeah, tonight, he's going to get the job done and walk out WWE champion, face Nakamura at WrestleMania. Oh, and speaking of the devil shall appear. Nakamura saying, I hope you win tonight. Oh my God, Dan, they're still being stretched out here. Up next, WWE Women's title. It's Ruby Riott versus Charlotte. Let's have a look at the promo.
It's all about WWE FastLane.
Charlotte and Ruby will finally settle the score for the Smackdown Women's Championship.
This all began November 14th, 2017, when Charlotte Flair became the Smackdown Women's Champion.
Smackdown live here in Charlotte, North Carolina, the hometown of Charlotte Flair, who's set for a Smackdown Women's title opportunity. Charlotte's got it cinched in. Charlotte wins.
And I watched as the myth began to form.
The queen that reigns supreme atop the women's division.
The myth that Charlotte Flair was the personification, perfect woman, of the women's revolution. Whether you were placed there or you put yourself there.
This is all I have wanted every single day.
You're on a pedestal. And that's why I formed the Riot Squad.
Sarah Logan, Liv Morgan, and Ruby Riott.
With one sole purpose.
These 3 women running roughshod over the Smackdown Women's division
to destroy the myth.
Now the Riot Squad again, it's swarming here on the champion. Charlotte Flair cannot battle these numbers.
It's only the beginning. It's only a matter of time before the Queen's whole world crumbles.
While the issues continue to pile up with its Smackdown Women's Champion, Liv Morgan ready to go one-on-one with Flair.
Oh, let's set Liv Morgan up.
Liv Morgan, no choice.
Looks like the Queen's on a mission to take down the entire Riot Squad. The playing field is even.
Number 2 in Sarah Logan. Oh, natural selection.
through now. There's one more to go.
I am standing right here, and I am every bit as good as you've heard. I have transcended any men.
Charlotte, I've met versions of you at every stage of my life. There's only one Ruby Riott. When I take your crown, you will no longer be the queen. You're just gonna be another bleach blonde failure with a famous last name.
I took enough time, didn't I? Because we just see Ruby Riott and Charlotte's entrance. I'm still trying to recover from earlier. I do apologise. To the listener, not to you. You're dead to me. So the promo about this, well, the Ruby Riott-Charlotte feud is really interesting, isn't it? You know, it's all about the Flair name. Charlotte, she's accomplished it all in the WWE. She is a Raw Women's Champion, a Smackdown Women's Champion, and of course, NXT Women's Champion and Divas Champion when she made her jump up. And Ruby Riott wants to take Flair out. The reason the Riott Squad was created was to stop Charlotte Flair. How very Hulk Hogan of Charlotte Flair to have a group form just so you can take them down. Predictions for this one. Dan, who have you gone for?
I have gone for Charlotte Flair to win and a Carmella cash-in.
I've gone Charlotte in this one. No real surprise there. But I tell you what about if we don't get a cash-in? What about if we get something else?
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, well, not Reva. Ronda Rousey comes out here, or maybe Oscar comes out and goes, I want you at WrestleMania.
Let's just concentrate on Ruby Riott and Charlotte Flair. And for Ruby Riott to win this match, I think she needs to get in the mindset she was in NXT. I think she was quite an unstoppable force there. Even though she didn't win the NXT Women's Championship, she was performing out of her skin. And for Charlotte to retain her title, she just needs to do what she's done for the past 3 years in WWE pay-per-views, and that's win. She's got a brilliant win-loss record. I think, you know, she's been on quite a roll as well. She's certainly got the upper hand in this feud, I believe.
What, Ruby Riott? Charlotte, yeah.
Yeah, especially as the playing field is level, so to speak. You know, there's no Riott Squad, there's no Flair Squad. It's just Ruby Riott with 2 T's and Charlotte Flair with dodgy titties.
Yeah, like you said, Ruby took out me and Becky Lynch on SmackDown, didn't she? And Charlotte did the same with Liv Morgan and Sonya Deville. Sarah Logan.
I think.
Right, with the feet up, like stopping Charlotte. You know, Ruby Riott, does she deserve this spot, Dan? I mean, that is even the question there. I know we liked her on NXT, but, you know, look at the choices.
In all right, she has pinned 2 former champions.
I suppose, but not a lot of success in NXT before she was called up. You know, look at someone like Ember Moon or even...
yeah, but wouldn't you rather have Ember Moon...
Nikki Cross.
Yeah, but Nikki Cross had come up with Sanity, I believe.
Yeah, I think Nikki Cross, yeah.
And the Riott Squad are out at ringside.
I did not see them come out, actually. I don't know if they've come through the crowd to make themselves known, but they've certainly paid dividends, and it's caused a distraction with Charlotte Flair, and Ruby Riott is retaining her upper hand.
Yeah, she got kicked in the back of the head, did Charlotte. Yeah, I think Liv Morgan and Logan just came through the timekeepers section there.
Was that a Riott kick?
Right, going for the cover. Ooh.
But then, you know, it furthers my point. Would you rather him lose at FastLane and win at WrestleMania?
Yeah, well, let's hope. Well, I had a fucking horrible WrestleMania last year.
But Naomi and Becky Lynch are coming out in the stand in the corner of Flair, and is the referee going to send all 4 of these women out because they're certainly causing a distraction?
What would the referee look like if he was to send them away, Dan? Well,
just like Bobby Roode's title is out of there.
Fuck it. See, I try and help you, and you just act like a massive cock. This is what you see.
Say you are what you've got.
Oh yeah, you are what you eat, you cock. Right, taking Charlotte down. So Morgan. So Lynch and Naomi, are just cheerleaders for Charlotte now. They're not interested in winning matches anymore. Interested, cheering on Charlotte. It's all about Charlotte. She's the Hogan, basically, of the women's division.
Does that make Ruby Riott the Ultimate Warrior?
Not even that. Makes it a big boss man. Oh.
Oh, and Flair with a lovely assisted suplex there, bouncing Ruby Riott stomach first off the top rope, sending her over into a suplex. That's, of course, is what a assisted suplex is.
Oh, but Ruby Riott, right, with a kick to Charlotte's midsection.
Oh, head scissors and rams. Riott with a Riott drop. 1, 2. Oh, but Flair managing to kick out.
I'm getting used to Ruby Riott. I'm just going to put right. Right hander. Hey.
And a Riott and a Riott bounce off the mat.
It's a dark day for professional wrestling, but I am being told, say, and I'm having a look at what happened, and apparently after the title match, US title match, Bobby Roode laid out not only Jinder Mahal but Randy Orton. So I suppose that, and glorious music did play, is what I'm finding out now. So technically, if we're talking about whose music played at the end, the real winner tonight is Bobby Roode.
Well, I've also got a producer in my ear, and the producer's saying that despite hitting Randy Orton with the glorious DDT, it was after Randy Orton had won the match with an RKO. So therefore, Randy Orton does actually leave with the US title.
Well, we'll see if there's any ruling, you know. Let's not be pedantic about it. Orton is US champion for now. Like we say, for now. He's lucky to have it. It was a quick count by the referee. Let's get into it in a bit, because right now is wearing down Charlotte. What's that, my love? You do agree it was a fast count, though, don't you? I mean, you know it was a count. It would have been it was a count. The counts for Orton were different to Roode. I mean, I don't want to go back.
You're starting to sound like a sore loser, James.
I'm not.
It's not you. It is not you. You're never a sore loser. You are a bigger man than that, James.
Yeah. You're the sore loser here, aren't you? Really?
I'm just gracious in victory.
And Ruby Riott is having some fun with Charlotte at the moment.
And Ruby Riott is all over Charlotte here.
Charlotte might be passing out. Her own arm is choking her at the moment. That's how Ruby's got the hold in. And Charlotte getting to her feet.
Charlotte is on her feet.
Charlotte's back up. She slams down, gets slammed down by Ruby Riott. I might have been drinking a little bit when I went out, but I think right for another Riott drop. Riott bomb.
Charlotte manages to get the knees up this time. Knees up, Mother Brown.
Oh my word. Riott is in trouble now.
Oh, Flair sidesteps as Ruby comes running in, looking to lift her feet up, but Charlotte catches her, and a lovely neck breaker as Riott was perched on the second rope. Can Flair get her way back into this match? Find out after the break. And we're back from a break, and Charlotte Flair is just stepping over Ruby Riott. Climbing to the top, is she looking for her finisher, which is natural selection? Nope.
Oh, Charlotte went all the way up. Maybe look for that moonsault, and Riott pushed her off. She went headfirst into the barricade, a la RVD there. And with the Riott squad lurking around ringside, Charlotte might find herself a little bother. I think the only bonus for her is that Lynch and Naomi there to even the odds. And
She's
what
got
is
a Lynch mob in her corner?
What is that thing there? Is that just another camera? If I was in the crowd, I'd take that. And what's Riott got planned now?
A very slow suicide dive through the bottom and second rope, but she gets caught by Charlotte. And like a fall-away slam into the barricade. It's like time stood still.
It's terrible, isn't it? Oh. Charlotte, though.
Yeah, perched on the barricade. Completely nearly misses Ruby Riott.
Yeah, she got enough, I suppose.
Picks her up and throws her back in the ring.
The women haven't covered themselves in glory tonight, but Charlotte's going for the pin.
Oh, but Riott managing to kick out.
For the figure four, no.
Figure eight. Riott had it scouted, kicks out, but Charlotte responds with a big knee to the jaw.
Charlotte now running towards Riott. Ruby moves out of the way. Flair hits in the midsection. Now the Nature Girl goes to the second rope.
Woo! Gets caught with a big forearm though.
I called the dog Ruby. Ruby used to lick my balls. Charlotte now perched on the top right. Ruby Riott maybe going for a Hurricane Runner here. Oh!
A Riott Kanrana.
A Riott Kanrana hits it on the spot. Oh!
And Charlotte Flair only just managing to kick out.
Ruby now grabbing Charlotte. Uh-oh. Well, Dan, tell me. You don't... Go on. Tell me.
There are a few things you don't do, James, and what are they?
Well, you don't spit in the wind. You don't tug on Superman's cape, and you don't chop a flare. Woo! Right, tried it, and now she's getting hurt right back.
Back in her chest.
Right back. The tattooed chest of the Riot Squad leader. And she's finding out, Dan, first hand.
What Charlotte Flair is all about.
No, because it's her first. Oh, what was that?
But ended up dropping Ruby Riott throat first on the second rope. I don't know if that was intentional or...
Ruby looked like she did it herself. Kicked Charlotte's knee out from her knee. Oh.
And throws Charlotte Flair head first into the bottom turnbuckle. And now the Riot Squad are making their way into the ring. And now the Flair Squad coming into the ring to try and close them off. The referee catches Naomi and Lynch. You're out of here.
Oh, what? Well, they did get in the ring. To be fair to the referee, at least this referee knows how to do a correct count and how to do everything right in this. Mike Co's doing a fantastic
now the Riot
job.
Squad are working their way over Charlotte Flair.
And it's all
the referee's back was turned.
It's all thanks to Naomi and Becky Lynch. If not got involved in the match, she wouldn't be beaten up right now. You know, Mike Cody just doing what he does best. Riot Squad are doing nothing at ringside, Mike. No. Oh.
And the Riot Squad are out of here. Ruby Riott is mortified.
Oh my God! I can hear Liv Morgan screaming in my basement.
You had to go
there. I'm sorry. Yeah, Liv Morgan now screaming. Charlotte's recovered though.
Oh, and a Ric Flair-like knife-edge chop to the chest. Back suplex there, planting Ruby. Runs in with the knee. Charlotte Flair's on fire, baby.
On fire.
Looking for the figure eight. But Riott had it scouted. Rolls her up. 1, 2. Oh, but Charlotte managing to kick out.
Right now, trying to grab the arm. Get
she was looking
some,
for that Riott kick.
No. Oh. You wouldn't be able to get that much momentum back on someone's back and then spring them forward. I'm sorry, but that move, Dan, goes in there. It doesn't exist. File. All right. Doesn't. The law of physics say that move shall not work. But it might just put Ruby Riott away.
Oh, and a running Flair. Now is it time for the figure eight? Got it locked in. Bridging out. Manages to just... all that pressure and Riott taps. Flair wins.
Oh, Riott. Right, eh? Who would have thought it? Charlotte makes Ruby Riott tap out here tonight. Dan, what did you think of the match?
I don't know. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't great, though. I think it was full of blunders. I don't know if it's nerves on the part of Ruby Riott. She's not really been in a high-profile match as of yet. So, it could be a bit of nerves. I know she's been in takeover events, but I think this is probably her biggest high-profile match. And you can see the nerves coming through. But it wasn't terrible. And Oscar's music is playing.
I didn't say it would happen.
Well, you didn't play your Oscar comes out card.
Well, no, I honestly thought...
What if Carmella comes down after Oscar beats Charlotte?
Honestly, that could happen. I just thought the show's not had any moments, has it? And now finally, we're getting a moment. This show's had no moments, and finally... sorry about your cough. Oscar coming out here now, and she's looking at Charlotte because she's not decided who to pick after winning the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match. She beat Nia Jax at Elimination Chamber a couple of weeks ago. The Empress of Tomorrow, without a doubt, the toughest superstar in the WWE today. The undefeated Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, is here. I fucking love Asuka now. Asuka's my favourite. Asuka. I'm just going to go Asuka every time.
That's not exactly hard, is it?
It is, Dan. It's very hard right now because Asuka is here. Go on, look at her. Point of WrestleMania sign. Asuka, look. Fuck her out, Asuka. The yes chance going for out. This is the match we want. A real challenge. Go on, Asuka. Yeah! Woo! It's going to be some match. Asuka.
And Charlotte Flair knows her days are numbered. Asuka knew she couldn't match the 5 feet of fury in Alexa Bliss, so she went for the easier champion to defeat in Charlotte Flair.
what a match Asuka versus Charlotte will be at WrestleMania, a true women's main event match. And you talk about Asuka, he's saying, you know, Charlotte's going to lose. Is Charlotte going to lose? The Hulk Hogan of the women's division, the woman who has done everything in the WWE to stop Asuka's undefeated streak, isn't that just like a Flair would do?
Well, she's going against the Goldberg of the women's division, and Goldberg beat her, remember rightly.
Yeah, but in the end, who laughed last?
The cattle prod.
Yeah. But still, at WrestleMania, it's going to be Asuka versus Charlotte, and that was better than anything in that match whatsoever.
Well, it's not going to be Asuka versus Carmella, as I thought would happen.
But now, if Carmella gets drafted, could she use it on Raw?
I know to tell you my name is Angelina Jolie. Well, yeah, she's Miss Money in the Bank, so she can use it on whatever show she goes to.
Exactly. She is Money in the Bank. But she might cash in at the end of the AJ Styles match. We just don't know.
Indeed.
But it means we have to go different in the main event, Dan, for me to even draw with you at this moment in time.
So is that another pay-per-view point?
It is another pay-per-view point.
So how many bonus points do I get if I correct pay-per-view? Because I'm starting to get that feeling.
No, you won't. All you've got is Rumble, Chamber, and FastLane. And
yes,
NXT
and there's
Takeover.
only been Rumble, Chamber, and Fastlane.
It's all about WrestleMania. You haven't won a WrestleMania yet. I'm undefeated, Dan, at WrestleMania.
You hold some like
You
that,
take my undefeated streak at WrestleMania. I fucking dare you.
Just call me Brock Lesnar, Undertaker, bitch.
We got to build that up now as well. Thank you very much. Oh, tonight the horrible, tragic news that Randy Orton won the US title, but we try and move on from that because it is main event time. It's a six-pack challenge. It's AJ Styles
versus Dolph Ziggler
versus Baron Corbin
versus Sami Zayn
versus Kevin Owens,
John Cena
for the WWE Championship. Who will face Shinsuke fucking Nakamura at WrestleMania? Let's have a look at promo and find out now.
So Shinsuke, you have now won the right to face a champion of your choosing. So have you made a decision?
There is one match on the mind of the WWE Universe at WrestleMania. Nakamura and Styles.
Yeah, but there are 5 superstars intent on taking AJ Styles' spot against Nakamura at FastLane.
Styles will defend the WWE title in a 6-pack challenge. Tonight, it truly will be every man for himself.
Tonight, I'm knocking on the door with a dream match waiting for me on the grandest stage.
The odds continue to stack up against the WWE champion.
I debuted at WrestleMania, and I told all of you, I'm just getting started.
The Lone Wolf is a force to be reckoned with.
Chance for Corbin to silence the critics. Dolph Ziggler's contempt for the WWE Universe has kept him away from the ring for nearly 2 months.
A few weeks ago, I didn't even think I would be in the company. But I came back for one reason. For my WrestleMania moment.
Oh, hello, the kick on Owens! Zayn pinned his best friend!
If it means becoming WWE champion and main eventing WrestleMania, mine will stop at nothing.
Sammy and Kevin took almost identical paths to get here to WWE. They're both living the exact same dream.
Despite my friends stabbing me in the back, here I am, fighting.
I hear what people are saying. He's just a part-timer now. Maybe he doesn't need to go this year.
Cena will have to outlast 5 elite competitors on his way to his 17th WWE Championship.
Everyone's road to get here was different. All trying to get to the same place for the same reason.
My road is taking that title off AJ Styles and then painting the map with the artist.
And if that means that I have to put my friendship with Kevin Owens on hold for a night,
So be it.
all I need is what's gotten me here in the first place, and that's me.
5-way, 6-pack challenge, I don't care. Odds don't matter to me.
My road begins or ends
tonight is about me and getting what I deserve.
When I stand in that ring tonight with the WWE Championship, WrestleMania is KO Mania.
Tonight, I fulfill my destiny.
Tonight, it's finally my turn to headline WrestleMania.
Because I'm walking into WrestleMania as the 17-time world champ.
The road goes through me.
They got serious voice on. So, Dan, we need to go different, and of course, I've gone for a surprise. He is tonight going to become the 17-time champion. It is AJ Styles.
Well, James.
Yeah, I know.
I have gone for Bang.
What an awful night it's been for me.
Samai. John AJ John Kesambadon.
You've gone. Sorry, who did you go for?
AJ Styles.
Well, AJ Styles. My God, so Dan wins the pay-per-view point again. Goes 3-1 up on pay-per-views. This is not good. But WrestleMania is our next live show, so it's all good. So we just saw the promo. We see Shane McMahon coming out here. Dan, what do you think of that promo? What do you thought of the build-up to this match?
Well, you know, it was a bit of a weird build-up. You had Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, best friends in there. You had Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler both beating Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens to earn their place in what was going to be a triple threat match. And then Superman John made the switch from Raw to SmackDown, beat the world champion AJ Styles to earn his place and turn this into a six-pack challenge. Trying to get his way to any means necessary. Will he use this? Hold up.
You said Willie. Talking smack after this.
I was saying, will John Cena...
Oh, yes. Has it built excitement for you, like the Chamber did? You know, I thought, for me, the Chamber, even though it's quite predictable, I still thought it was quite exciting and enjoyable. Does this match do the same?
I don't know, because on paper this should be a bloody great match. I mean, you've got John Cena and AJ Styles, who last year had a 5-star match. You got Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, who in their own rights are great performers. They've had some great matches against each other, with each other. Throw into that mix Baron Corbin. He's more of an unknown entity. I haven't seen anything that stands out with him. He was a bit of a dismal US. And Dolph Ziggler, who in his own right is a great in-ring performer. Yeah, he deserves pretty well to be in this match.
But I think the problem is, or the problem you're finding this year, is WWE's too predictable, isn't it? We know AJ Styles is going to win this match. We know John Cena's going to win. John Cena. We knew Roman Reigns was going to win that match.
Yeah.
We knew Charlotte was going to win earlier tonight.
Deep down, you knew Randy Orton was going to beat Bobby Roode for the title.
Well, Dan, I'm asking this question. It was 3 years ago that WWE debuted FastLane on the road to WrestleMania. Elimination Chamber had held the February pay-per-view slot between the Rumble and Mania for several years up until that point. But as much more arenas became ill-equipped to support the Chamber structure, a new stop was needed along the road. And do we mention it's along the road to WrestleMania? If not, we can point out the signs some more. What better than a road-based name for the pay-per-view event? So we've seen John Cena come out now, Baron Corbin. But I don't see any point to Fastlane.
Well, the main event of the first Fastlane was Roman Reigns putting a WrestleMania title shot he'd earned at the preceding Royal Rumble on the line against fan favourite Daniel Bryan. One would assume the plan was that Reigns would earn Bryan's respect and therefore the audience's. It didn't that way, and as a result, the crowds possibly hated Roman that little bit more for besting their guy.
Well, as a result, the main event of the first Fastlane changed nothing. Roman Reigns was still going to the main event WrestleMania, while Bryan moved on to win the IC title in the opening match, which was a ladder match on the grandest stage of them all.
The undercard saw no titles change hands as Bad News Barrett defeated Ambrose to retain the Intercontinental Championship. Nikki Bella held on to the Divas title against Paige, and WWE Tag Team titles remained around the waist of Cesaro and Tyson Kidd, who defended against the Usos.
Well, at least Rusev defeating John Cena to retain the US title is something we can look back on fondly, as it would lead to a WrestleMania match in which Rusev would ride to the ring on a tank. The other contests on the card were forgettable affairs. Goldust defeated younger brother Stardust, while a team of Seth Rollins, Kane and Big Show beat Ryback, Dolph Ziggler and Eric Rowan. Random.
A year later, FastLane 2016 would also feature a main event with WrestleMania implications. As the WWE title had been on the line in that year's Royal Rumble, a number one contender was required for the show of shows.
Well, Roman Reigns, Ambrose and Brock Lesnar competed in a triple threat match for the right to face Triple H for the top title at Mania. The outcome wasn't particularly in doubt, as Reigns was the target of the Authority. Reigns won, once again, and moved on to the main event of WrestleMania for a second time. Fastlane had maintained a...
The 2016 edition also saw Kalisto defend his US title against Alberto Del Rio, Kevin Owens hold on to the IC title in a match with Dolph Ziggler, and Charlotte retain the Divas title versus Brie Bella.
Well, aside from AJ Styles in his first one-on-one pay-per-view, WWE pay-per-view against Chris Jericho, the rest of the card was pretty forgettable. Curtis Axel beat our Truth and Sickles competition. Big Show, Kane and Ryback competed in another six-man tag team match, this time against the Wyatt family, and there was also a women's tag team match that saw Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks defeat Team Bad.
The brand split was back in effect come the 2017 edition of Fastlane. Well, Fastlane would, however, gain its first true moment at the conclusion of its third outing as Goldberg defeated Kevin Owens in 22 seconds to win the Universal Championship in the main event.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about last year's card as well. Did this make Fastlane a relevant event going to the future? That remains to be seen. The Elimination Chamber has returned as a regular February fixture in 2017 and 2018 thanks to the construction of a new, lighter structural.
Well, while single-branded Raw and Smackdown pay-per-views have meant there is still room for Fastlane, news that WWE will be reverting to its dual-branded pay-per-views from WrestleMania this year onwards could indicate that Fastlane is leaving us at the next exit. And if the upcoming edition is anything to go by, it likely won't be missed by too many.
No. So we've seen already tonight how predictable it's been for you, Dan. So it's not been anything special yet, but hopefully with AJ Styles coming out here, things are going to change. Dan, we've seen all the entrances. Who is your favourite entrance out of all six?
I'd have to go with Sami Zayn because it's really unforgettable.
It's such a catchy theme tune, isn't it? It really is. I told you it was, and when you said no it wasn't, it finally was. I hate Baron Corbin's new entrance music. I hate Ziggler's new entrance music.
John Cena's hasn't changed.
No.
Kevin Owens hasn't changed. And AJ Styles will be phenomenal.
I tell you what is quite incredible, the career AJ Styles has had outside of WWE, success in TNA, Ring of Honor, and everybody said he'd never make it in WWE, he wouldn't get there. We had people like Jared who just kept going on about AJ Styles. He finally made it to the WWE, and unbelievably, he's looking to go to WrestleMania as WWE Champion, a man who only debuted in 2015? 2016. It's been an incredible 2 years.
Rumble.
And John Cena's just adjudged to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
And Baron Corbin. And Dolph Ziggler. He wants to go to WrestleMania.
Oh.
AJ Styles reluctant about running in though.
Cena starts off quite strong as it's going to be a one-on-one match now for Cena and Styles. We've seen these two men steal the show at the Rumble last year.
Well, John Cena's certainly off to a flying start. And for the attitude adjustment count, that is 4.
He's hitting more of them than he is. Well, then Brock Lesnar hits fucking suplexes in the match at the moment.
Oh.
All 4 men down, and Cena going to take his sweet ass time in this one. AJ Styles, John Cena chance.
Is that AJ Styles, Cena sucks?
Yeah, I think it is. I think that's even better, isn't it? Collar and elbow tie up. Styles powering out. Oh.
Cena powering through Styles.
Well, Cena's definitely got the strength advantage over AJ. Styles is WWE champion, so he's got to be there for a reason, hasn't he? You know?
Cena hits an attitude adjustment. Lights go out.
Oh, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? And the Bludgeon Brothers.
All that.
And now yay and nay punches for both men.
Oh, Cena got Styles up though for a 5th AA. Oh, but Styles flips out, lands on his feet. Kicks the leg out for Cena.
Oh, it might be going for the Styles clash.
No, Cena's got Styles up again, but deposits him over the top rope.
Oh.
Styles looking to spring in with his phenomenal forearm. And the rest of the wrestlers have recovered now from Cena's early onslaught, and they're surrounding the ring. And John Cena's certainly got a bullseye on his chest.
Well, he might have thought that was a great idea, Eddie, going, but he didn't put Styles away. And like I said, now he's trying to say, look, guys, calm down. I'm sure they won't do a thing to John Cena. He'll be fine. Oh, my God, and they're beating down John Cena now.
Well, what was AJ Styles' favourite thing to do a couple of years ago?
Yeah, that's true.
Beat John Cena!
Well, now it's everybody's favourite thing to do, to put the boots into John.
Is everyone going to hit their finisher? No, they're just going to throw him to the outside.
So now the 5 men. John Cena 3 minutes, and here we go. Weirdly enough, Zayn and looked like Ziggler were teaming up for a second.
Corbin and Ziggler are teamed up now to get Zayn out the ring. Kevin Owens and AJ Styles are squaring off against each other.
Corbin going after AJ. We got Ziggler and Zayn on the other side. Impact there on the barricade, and Corbin, big right hand to Kevin Owens. Corbin could shock the world if he was to win the WWE title tonight. So would Dolph Ziggler. So would Sami Zayn.
So would Kevin Owens. So would John Cena.
So would John Cena.
The only person that wouldn't shock us with a victory is AJ Styles and Kevin and Shane McMahon. Will he play a pivotal part in the outcome? Will Daniel Bryan come out?
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? Zayn, and he hates Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Maybe look at a chance to screw him. Oh, Zayn catching AJ from behind.
But if the rumours are anything to believe, it's going to be Dolph Ziggler that he screws over.
He could sets
up a match against him at WrestleMania.
There's a chance Shane could screw 3 men tonight in the ring.
And that's more than his sister could manage in one night.
Yes, well, not rather. Oh, referee. Normal referee count there. Only getting 2, Kevin Owens.
Was it because he's Asian?
No, it's just I'm saying did that every other match, referees counted fairly, yet in the US title match, referee had a fast count. I'm just saying that. Ziggler in, bright pink trunks, gets caught though.
Oh, with a neck breaker there from Styles to Ziggler. And Styles has been holding his own so far. Sami Zayn looking to come in with a hell of a kick, but he gets caught with a hell of a kick from Styles.
AJ.
Who catches him, well, he's standing shooting star, catches him and drops him back of the head first. DDT, Owens comes in and breaks it up.
And now Owens, a little bit frustrated, he's not really got started in this match yet. Now he's going to look to target AJ Styles.
Comes running in, but Styles deposits him over the top rope.
Well, the fans firmly behind AJ Styles in this one, and Owens maybe looking to go up.
No, Styles recovers quickly, and Owens with a right hand.
The thing I like about multi-man WWE matches that kind of goes out the window a little bit is like recovery times of wrestlers. Like if it was a singles match, like one little punch out wouldn't keep him down.
Well, John Cena had a little kick in, and he's been down for the better part of 5 minutes.
Exactly. Otherwise, though, the matches would go about 4 days, wouldn't they? You think?
Yeah.
Matt sleeper holes in there. Owens headbutts AJ off the top.
And Corbin throws him to the outside. Sami Zayn in though. Hits Corbin with a big boot. He gets one of his own. Cena's back up.
Hey.
Hits Corbin with a big clothesline. Dolph Ziggler's up. Plants Cena with a DDT.
Oh, but he's in position for Kevin Owens.
Gets hit with the bullfrog splash. Goes for a cover, but Styles breaks the count up.
Well, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens haven't interacted yet. So that'll be interesting to see if they get a chance in the match.
What, to set up a potential match at WrestleMania?
Perhaps, potentially, little feud. Little feud. Maybe a little fight. A little bit of trouble between friends. Trying to sort things out. Maybe a WrestleMania match. See who's a better man. We shall see. And now it's a trading punches. Owens and AJ turning things up a little bit in this match.
If I were in front of his name, he'd win this match.
AJ with a Pele kick on Kevin Owens, knocking him down. And Styles clash. No, Owens blocking it, throwing AJ out the ring.
Straight over the top rope, and if that was a Royal Rumble, Owens would have eliminated him.
You're far tonight, Dan. Corbin with a backbreaker to Kevin Owens.
Oh, Ziggler with a zigzag, running through the motions, shoulder block, picks him up with a slam. You can't see me.
It's just like watching Randy Orton, this is. You know what I mean? Ducks in, power slam.
What a multi-time world champion.
Power slam, clothesline, DDT. No.
Picks up the W's.
Yawn. Well, Cena slam down Ziggler and Zayn? Yeah. Sami Zayn.
Both of you can't see Cena. 10 knuckle shuffle.
Ziggler's in serious trouble. Styles and Corbin have gone up the entranceway, so they can't get involved at the moment.
Oh, looking for an AA, but Ziggler turns it into a Fameasser 2. Oh, but Super Cena managing to kick out.
Well, Ziggler is shocked he couldn't get the job done. That is John Cena, by the way, Ziggler. Like, yeah, just saying. Impressive move and all. I know he's getting frustrated. But it seems to have come down to Ziggler and Cena in ring at the moment. Looks like he's tuning up the band here. Here comes Ziggler. They went for the super kick.
But Cena catches the leg and locks in the STF.
This is it. This is over. Ziggler's in the middle of the ring.
Styles coming in now with a forearm. Kevin Owens was stood there waiting, yet didn't do a thing.
It's not his cue, all right? He's not been told to get involved yet. And Cena trying to recover. Looked a bit loopy.
Oh, Styles clash perhaps? No, Cena picks up Styles. Attitude adjustment? No, Styles gets out of that. Styles clash.
Oh, Styles has got...
Hits the Styles clash. Now it's...
Now, Owens. Come on, 1, 2...
Oh, no, it was Sami Zayn's cue. My bad.
Yeah, it was 2, Zayn. You're right. Got there just in time. So this must be the next bit then when Owens comes in, face off with... Oh, there he is. What is Owens doing? I hope Baron Corbin's there or something. Oh, Corbin's up now. And Zayn is not scared of the size of Baron Corbin. He's beat bigger men. Zayn caught in the apron, catches himself in the apron, shoulder block to Corbin. Oh, this is classic Corbin running round the ring post and hits a clothesline to Owens, sends him inside out. Kevin Owens just got the ring, taken down again. Styles dodges a clothesline and bang! Deep 6 by Corbin. And Corbin picks up Ziggler. Fucking
Just
hell.
throws him about 10 foot in the air.
No, Corbin, end of days?
No, Ziggler rolls through and gets out of the way.
Oh.
Sidesteps an oncoming Corbin, who sends him to the outside.
It's taking it up a level, just throws Ziggler into the fans. And he's chasing after him. This might be a mistake, but he wants to hurt Dolph Ziggler. Now Corbin sending Ziggler into the technical equipment behind the crowd here. That must be a nice picture for the lucky fan. Here comes Corbin. Oh!
Right through the plexiglass board there.
Plexiglass.
It's lucky they had that caution tape up.
Yeah, lucky someone already blocked it off because that is dangerous Ziggler. And Corbin just basically cost himself the match here.
Owens and Styles, they're near the announce table. All the announcers are getting out of the way and backing up.
The Spanish. We've been here for 25 fucking years and we're not going to move for anybody.
Carlos Cabrera and Hugo Sabinovich there.
No, it's someone else now. Oh my God. AJ and Owens up on one announce table and he's screaming in AJ's face.
Oh, step up kick there from Styles. Drops Owens to his knees. Shane McMahon looks like he's ready to jump in and get involved there.
Oh, is he going to jump up, put fucking elbow on him? No, AJ now.
Oh, sending Sami Zayn into the timekeeper's area along with himself.
Shane checking on them. Owens slowly gets to his feet at the announce table. Well, Corbin and Ziggler are gone. AJ and Zayn outside. Cena now.
Oh.
And how many attempted or hit, AAs has Cena gone for tonight?
Kevin Owens shaking his head, no, I'm not having any of that, and elbows his way out of trouble and gets out of direction.
But AJ runs
Cena.
in. Oh,
plants AJ Styles with an AA onto the announce table.
Well, Owens said he didn't want to do it. AJ took one for the team.
He most certainly did.
Well, to be fair, if Johnson can get in the ring, he might be able to become 17-time champion tonight.
If no one else interrupts him.
I think he realised, well, no, he wants to take advantage of Kevin Owens, who misses. He gets in the ring now.
Owens is backing up, chickening out, but Cena runs into a big boot. Sami Zayn comes to the aid of his friend.
Oh, Zayn clothesline Cena out, so now we are left, Zayn and Owens.
These two are going to go hell for leather at each other now.
And Zayn and Owens saying, well, it's a chance. They're best friends, Dan.
Wasn't Zayn going to lay down for Owens, though?
Exactly. What would best friends do? Zayn doesn't want to hurt Owens.
I would lay down for you, James.
Oh, Zayn going to lay down.
Owens, fight. Oh, Zayn is going to lay down.
Well, that's lovely. That's what best friends do. Like you said, you lay down for me. So Zayn is doing that for Kevin Owens right now. Quick, before anybody interferes. And this is exactly what we wanted. Go on, Owens. You can trust him. That's what Sammy said he'll do, and he loves him. Oh no, Owens!
Owens
Oh!
picks him up. Sami Zayn turns it round and gets him in a small package.
And now here we go.
Here, these two black men are going crazy at each other.
Oh my God!
And Owens gets into a fetal position, and Sami Zayn beats him out of the ring.
Sami Zayn, look what you did. Owens advantages Zayn once he laid down.
Oh wow! This is actually quite amazing because it's the first time that someone's turned on Owens as opposed to Owens turning on someone.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
it's actually a turnabout fair play, really.
We've learned not to be best friends, and Owens has done this to Zayn before. He threw him against Backo, now looking to powerbomb him on the apron.
Oh, but Sami Zayn grabs hold of the second rope, kicks Owens away.
Oh,
And
God.
are both men in a very precarious position.
Oh, no, Owens. Owens is trying to pick Zayn up.
There's Sami Zayn with a backdrop for Owens onto the edge of the ring apron, and that is, as you correctly put it, James, the hardest part of the ring.
It is. It's just pure metal there, man. And it just went across the spine of Kevin Owens. He might be Drozzed. We just don't know. Sami Zayn staring at Shane.
Shane is sat in a very similar position his mum, Linda McMahon, was watching the...
Yeah, he's going to stand a minute.
Match.
Yeah, he's going to stand up and kick fucking Sami Zayn in the balls. Fuck up. Kick him in the balls.
You can do it. Kick him in the balls.
Where's McFoley when you need
now
him?
Shane McMahon. Sami Zayn gets in Shane McMahon's face. Kevin Owens looking to super kick Zayn, but catches Shane O'Mac. Wasn't quite in the balls, but Shane got hit.
Oh my! And I was like, "Oh my God, what have I done? Here comes Zayn!"
And Zayn dives through the corner post, not literally through it, but across the corner post. Catches Owens with a lovely tornado DDT, plants him, and Sami Zayn is the only man standing at this point.
Well, the margin for error there is so great with that move that Zayn just did, but the error that Owens just done. Shane was like, "I'm taking all of it."
Well, could this come back to bite Owens in the backside?
Well, Shane is, of course, the commissioner of SmackDown. Brian yet, but Zayn throwing Owens in, and it looks like he's trying to finish him off.
Well, this will be one hell of a kick.
It will be, and Zayn will be WWE champion going to WrestleMania.
Oh, but Owens catches Zayn with a super kick.
Oh, here comes Dolph Ziggler. Zigzag, no.
Owens holds onto the top rope. Pop up powerbomb.
And that's it. One, two.
Corbin.
Oh, Shane. Well, little Owens had it won, and Shane McMahon pulled out the referee.
So this Shane Owens feud, after 20 long years, is not over.
No. Owens can't believe it.
Well, James, I've come from 205 Live, and I, Nigel McGuinness, can't believe it.
I love a kick by Zayn. One, two. Oh.
And Shane pulls Zayn.
Oh, my God. So he's still not happy with either of them.
Sami Zayn says, "Are you kidding me?" Shane's like, "Nope."
Oh, Ziggler getting the cover. Two. Oh.
And Shane like pointing. Ziggler's got it.
You got a second.
I'm not poking Daniel Bryan in the eye this time.
Oh my God, how close was that? Well, Ziggler, Owens and Zayn all down the middle of the ring. Shane has cost Zayn and Owens the WWE title here tonight.
I understand why he pulled the referee out when Owens had the pin. But when Zayn had the pin, Zayn just moved out of the way. He weren't going to get hit with a super kick.
Yeah.
It's not his fault that Shane was behind him.
Again, an official in the WWE taking... No, Shane McMahon shouldn't have got involved in Sami Zayn. Exactly right about that. Corbin using the stairs, though, to introduce them to John Cena's head.
And John Cena's back down.
You can see the red mark on Shane's face. And Corbin picks up stairs. This always ends well when you put it above your head. Oh.
Well, he takes out Zayn.
There's only one man left. Kevin Owens.
Takes out Owens. John Cena's back in the ring.
Oh, look at Corbin smirking.
He hasn't got a cigarette in his gob, James. He's just got a smile on his face. And the fans are chanting, "Yes, yes, yes. Hit John Cena."
Drop toe hold. Oh, no, I thought he was going to do that.
Oh, Cena blocks it with his power and strength and muscular ability.
Oh.
And hits Corbin with his own steps.
Cena always pretends the stairs weigh about 300 pounds. Oh, what a hit there. Look at that. Oh, he struggled to get those stairs down.
Over the steps.
Well, he's got Corbin in position. Cena looking to finish it.
Powers up Corbin. He's acting as if 300 pounds.
Oh!
You can't pin him on a step.
1, 2.
Well, clearly you can.
Yeah. His shoulders weren't down though.
His shoulders weren't on the mat. But the rules don't apply to Cena, like the rules of physics, like the rules of weight.
I think that move in Ruby Riott Charlotte match was ridiculous. There ain't no way in fuck you're doing that. Not even zero gravity. I don't care.
You still can't go over that.
No, man.
You accept that Orton beat that fucking move defies logic and physics.
You can't do it. Cena struggling with the stairs. Aiming for Ziggler, who stopped the count.
Oh. Mrs. Ziggler gets caught with a super kick. Bounces off the ring ropes. Catches Ziggler. AA rolls through, picks him up. AA.
Oh, here we go. And Owens, though, pulls Ziggler off. Going to pick him up.
Pop-up powerbomb.
Styles!
Phenomenal forearm.
AJ, go for it. 1, 2, 3.
And Styles retains his title.
Well, I tell you something about that match. Whose match is it? I haven't got that.
It was me.
What do you think?
I'll tell you something about that match.
AJ Styles is the W champion. He will face Nakamura at WrestleMania. Dan, what do you think of the match?
I don't. It's not the best six-pack challenge I think I've seen. It was a good match, you know. It was the continuality of it all. Shane McMahon getting involved. Why was he even at ringside? You know, it pulls up a lot of question marks. I don't know, the match quality itself, I think it ran quite well, you know, the seamless of it, the start of it, Cena hitting everyone with an attitude adjustment, leaving it just him and AJ Styles. I thought that was quite a good aspect of it because, you know, you can see the story of Cena for winning the title, getting his WrestleMania moment, even because he hasn't had enough of them, of course.
Exactly, yeah.
But, no, you know, it was quite a good match, but again, you know, I don't see why Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin was in the match. I don't think they played much of a part in it.
I think this is the thing. I wanted more. I started getting into it towards the end, and then when it finished, I was like, "Oh fuck, that's the finish now." I
thought, like, you know, who's going to get our classic? Styles hits a phenomenal forearm, comes in, end of day. Sami Zayn, hell of a kick. John Cena, another AA, and you know, go round in a little circle like that.
Yeah, have a little bit more. I start warming up to it. You know, with the Shane McMahon involvement, the match picked up a little bit, and then all of a sudden, it's just kind of, oh, okay, phenomenal forearm, over and done with. Then Owens is a man to get pinned, so obviously he's still going to have a problem with Shane McMahon. Again, I didn't mind the match. I just wanted more. I was just a little bit disappointed with that. But yes, like we say, AJ Styles, champion, he retains. It is going to be a dream match now. Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ. Questions are, what happens to John Cena now? He can't get to WrestleMania. How are they going to sort that out? Owens with Shane McMahon problem. How are they going to sort that fucking feud out? And like I said, Corbin and Ziggler, where are they going? All in all, I think it's been quite a disappointing pay-per-view, and I know what you're going to say, but I really think we're going to talk about the matches. I think as an overall, we have not missed, maybe apart from maybe two things, there was nothing we would have missed not watching this pay-per-view. So let's talk about it. AJ Styles, so the first match, kickoff match, was Ty Dillinger and Breezango versus Ben Gable and your mate.
Cunty McCuntface.
Cunty McCuntface. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It wasn't the greatest of matches. I think it was over before it done too much harm. And, you know, Ty Dillinger getting the victory after being off our screens for a long time. Still with the 10 gimmick. 10.
Yeah. John Cena just pushed the camera away there. He is truly devastated as we focus on AJ Styles. I mean...
No.
This story's more about John Cena than it is AJ Styles.
Even though AJ Styles got the victory. Because John Cena wanted it more.
Yeah. Well, that's a shame. So we get it in lights. We know it's going to be Styles Nakamura. What a fucking match that's going to be. Look, Ty Dillinger beat Mojo Rawley. That's all that matters to me. So I gave that a solid 3 out of 5. Any match that my man beats another man, you're lucky I didn't give it a 5 out of 5 for that one. Right, yeah, so 3 out of 5. Solid 3 out of 5. I would have get 5 out of 5 if I was mentally embarrassed. In fact, Ty Dillinger beat Mojo. Everything was right in the world at that moment.
I don't know. It wasn't really a great match. Quite harmless. I gave that 2.5 out of 5.
Next one, the main show proper was Nakamura and Rusev. It's a mistake putting Rusev in with Nakamura. Thought it was a little bit don't know, Smackdown type match. You know, it was Rusev got far more offense than a man that the character has been portrayed on television recently. You know, Nakamura didn't need that tonight. The fans were 50-50 when they should have been 100% by Nakamura, gaining momentum before WrestleMania. Again, but then again, two of my favourite guys. So I go 3 out of 5 again, just because of who they are.
Yeah, I was, it started to pick up at this point. I gave that a 3.5 out of 5. Both men, they performed quite well. And despite the crowd reaction, both men are big fan favourites. It's. I think they should be in different positions, though. I don't think they should be going against each other, as Rusev is clearly meant to be a face.
Yeah, exactly. The Rusev, they're so popular, so they in English. Next match.
The next match was Bobby Roode in the US title match against Randy Orton.
All right, let's talk about it now. Look, fast count aside, we know Bobby Roode got screwed. I think it's the best Bobby Roode has looked in the WWE. I think him and Orton meshed well. I really enjoyed it. Of course, it could have gone longer for me. It's still a 20-minute match.
Yeah.
But I think it felt like like the kind of old style, not Attitude Era main event, but that kind of old main event style of they could have gone out into crowd if they wanted to, but they kept it in ring. Yeah. I think it worked really well, and I'm really hoping now they go for a feud like Orton did with Christian of Roode. Losing the title and having to go that dark place and the personal Orton, I don't think it's a good idea for Orton to turn heel on Roode, because the Roode, I still think the babyface character that he's got is, I'm going to say it, a little bit bland for me. There's nothing defining with that the glorious character that's there, that kind of ego. That's what worked so well in NXT. But I really did enjoy the in-ring action up until the end. I still think the wrong result happened. I know Orton had to get it to complete his set, but it's Roode victory here wouldn't have hurt Randy Orton whatsoever. And with Roode now, you're asking yourself, well, if he loses that in the triple threat match at Mania, are they going to do him a whole Randy Orton feud for the US title now? What happens to Roode? So that's my worry anyway. I gave that a 4 out of 5. I thought it was, well, for me, I thought it was the best match of the night.
Yeah, as you say, despite what you potentially say was a fast count, I didn't see it, to be honest. But I thought, the two guys meshed together. They started off early, both teasing their finishers. I think they stood up well against each other, and these two guys, another couple more matches, they could have a potential 5-star match.
Yeah, and you can imagine the counters between Glorious DDT and the RKO.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say for Roode as well, I do like the Glorious DDT, but he does maybe need to look for another finisher a little bit more dangerous, because like with the RKO, it's deadly, and for me it's just too much setup. So I don't know. Yeah. I'm not saying completely change it. Yeah, exactly. And then but I can see that the chemistry between the two. Yeah. And it is annoying my man lost, but look, I've been used to defeats recently, so the thing that gets you is hope more than expectation all the time.
Yeah, but again, a very impressive match. I gave that a 4.5 out of 5.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think the extra half was because of the result.
All right, fuck you. So next match then, I came back in and Lynch Naomi versus Natalya and Carmella was on. This match really let it down. This is awful. This is like a Smackdown match. I wasn't very happy, and this didn't improve my mood. I gave it 2.5 out of 5. Just messy towards the end as well.
I agree with you on that one. I think that was a 2.5 out of 5. I don't know. I just wasn't happy with it. It was, a match that didn't need to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Then the tag team title match, New Day versus the Usos.
I thought that was a bloody good start, and I thought it was going to be another classic Usos versus New Day match. But then the Bludgeon Brothers come in, and they certainly made a statement.
Yeah. Well, they could have had this on SmackDown, though. I feel cheated that we didn't have a proper result, that the Bludgeon Brothers could have been involved on SmackDown either last week or next week, and that could have been done. To say we're going to have another Usos New Day match, it never really started. It was more, like you said, of a Bludgeon Brothers angle than it was anything else. So at this point, I still give it 3 out of 5, because Usos and New Day, again, we talk about the chemistry, they just mesh so well, don't they?
Yeah, certainly. I gave that 3 out of 5 as well. If it was a full match, it could have been another potential 4.5, 5-star match for me, but nah.
Well, the only real proper match we had was Roode and Orton. You know, for me, the only proper, I know people say Nakamura Roode, but the only match that felt like it on the first hour and a half was Roode Orton, and it didn't continue with Riot versus Charlotte either. Again, I don't know what happened between the two. I don't know what happened, but it just didn't work out at the end. The ending again was all messy. Riot looked just a bit out of her depth, like we said. It was her biggest match, and she disappointed. All the women disappointed tonight, you know.
I've got, it's full of blunders. Suicide dive through the bottom and second rope where it seemed like time stood still. You made that valid point of Ruby Riott defying all logics and physics and getting, I don't know, kind of like a reverse slingshot into the top turnbuckle.
Yeah, but you could see she did all the work for that move, and that's what, for me, takes the realism away. I'm just like...
It's like, the slingshot, the move that doesn't work in real life.
Yeah.
But no, it was all the blunders. I gave that a 2.5 out of 5.
I gave that 2 3/4 because I thought it was bad, but just a little bit. I thought the other women's match was a little bit worse, so that's why I gave it 2 3/4. And then the 6-pack challenge, Dan, the one we've all been waiting for. What were your thoughts?
Again, it did tell a very good story. John Cena wanted this, he needed this. And, John Cena had to have this over everyone else, even though, he feels he deserves it more. He started off very strong, came to AJ Styles. They had a little good bit of in-ring while everyone was recovering from their AAs. And then, basically all hell broke loose and everyone was just taking turns of pummeling over everyone. We saw the inevitable Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn firing off against each other. We saw Shane McMahon play quite a pivot, stopping both Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, getting a potential victory and getting the World Championship.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
That opens up things. It still doesn't make anything clearer as to why Corbin and Ziggler was in the match.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think, they played any part in the outcome or... made any rhyme or reason as to why they should have been in the match. Again, I think even though Styles won, it was all about John Cena and his defeat.
Yeah. It could have just been a singles match between Styles and Cena, and the story being Cena can't win the big one, and he's lost it. And then leading to the WrestleMania match, wherever it is. It's the way they done it, and again, it takes away from AJ Styles, and it's what happened during CM Punk's W title reign, where the stories on other people, apart from him, even though AJ's main eventing, it's stories about everybody else. I just hope Styles and Nakamura get enough time at WrestleMania to go out there and show what they can do, because I'll be really fucking disappointed if they get like a 5-10 minute match. You know what I mean? Like, that cannot happen. Fuck Triple H and Rousey match. Have that go fucking 5 minutes. Let Nakamura and AJ go to 25.
The Reigns versus Lesnar match isn't going to go that long.
No.
Hopefully, we get a good match between Orton, Roode, and maybe Mahal. They both got beef with Mahal, so the Orton and Roode team up. Completely remove them from the equation and have a great match between themselves.
I'm sit here and I would love to have another. I would love to have Roode versus Orton 2 at WrestleMania as opposed to Mahal involved at all. What was your rating for the main event there?
For the last match?
Yeah, for the main event.
3.5 out of 5. I think it was good at points, but it still throws up a lot of question marks.
No, I completely agree. I gave that 3.5 out of 5 as well. So both our matches of the night were Roode versus Orton, probably unsurprisingly for some. Right, so rating. I'll give my rating first because you always give your rating. Write your rating down so we know we're not copying each other. That's fine. I gave it a 6.5 out of 10.
I gave mine a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
I think, the extra half on my part was for the extra half that I gave the Orton Roode match.
Well, this is the thing, and one thing we didn't even talk about in the recap, right? Apart from the US title match that happened, where you like to say Orton won, and Oscar making an appearance after the Riot Charlotte match, there were no other moments there. There was 2 moments in the whole show, and we didn't need to see anything else. The Bludgeon Brothers beat up New Day and Usos.
But they've been making statements for the past few weeks on Smackdown.
And I'm sure they're going to... Exactly, and they're going to beat them up on the way to fucking WrestleMania as well. AJ retained, Charlotte retained, Nakamura won a match, great. So the only thing really that was of any solace, like I say, was Ty Dillinger beating Mojo Rawley on the kickoff. That's the match that mattered.
So would it have improved the pay-per-view if, my card had have come true? Oscar maybe like, looking to shake Charlotte's hand, Charlotte batting it away, Asuka getting pissed off with that, Asuka lock, as Asuka's walking away, Carmella comes down, cash in, victory.
Yeah, I think what else would improve the card is to have Nakamura versus Jinder Mahal. If you're going to do that, have them get someone that matters. Rude Orton's fine, so have a proper match. Right, Charlotte, like I said, you just need to sort it out rather than just throwing it. There's no point just doing matches just to fill the card. You like our podcast, it has to be there for a reason. It's not just because we need to fill the Sunday up or we need to fill the Wednesday up. It's because this is what has to be released at this point in time. Right, so we've got a pay-per-view rating 70. Yeah, it's the worst pay-per-view of the year so far, isn't it, really? FastLane.
Yeah. Despite the one standout good moment for me.
Well, in the other standout good moment, like I said, it ended 6-5 in prediction scores. So, Dan, you go 3-1 up on pay-per-views. But there's so much more to play for the rest of the year. We've got WrestleMania now firmly in our sights. And what we're going to do before we go is, of course, we're going to do Talking Smack and the Raw and Smackdown. Dan's, of course, Raw review and Smackdown summary. But before we do that, I just want to run through the schedule because we know what's happening, but we just want everybody to know what's happening. And I'm losing my voice a little bit, but it's fine. So, of course, we're releasing FastLane here today, which is, I don't know what the date. We're releasing FastLane here as you're listening to us. The next podcast after that is, Dan?
It is 21st of March on a Wednesday, and that is WWE versus WCW WNR148 Part 1.
Yes, and then March 25th, a Sunday, WWE versus WCW. It's WrestleMania 14. That's the WNR148 Part 2. We've got such a big road to WrestleMania. We're starting to do Wednesdays now as well.
Our next one is March 28th. Our next one is March the 28th, and that's a Wednesday. And that is the WNR149, and that is my choice of Mania. I'm not going to reveal what it is yet. You're going to find out very soon.
And then after that, April 1st, the WNR 150, we're going to have the top 15 factions and 5 more tag teams to make it the top 20 tag teams in the WNR list. But then that starts a huge fucking week for us.
Yes, April the 4th, which is a Wednesday, and that's the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, we'll be looking at all the Hall of Fame candidates. I mean, this year, it's quite a Hall of Fame, isn't it? Goldberg, Ivory, Dudley. They're going to be good match quality. Yeah. And then, of course, April 6th, we'll have Friday. On the Friday, this is the start of the huge weekend as it is. It's the WNR 151. It's the WWE Network review for April. So we'll have NXT and 205 there as well.
And then April the 7th, we go live NXT TakeOver pre-show.
Oh, mate, I cannot wait, especially after that ladder match being announced with Ricochet and EC3 involved. Aleister Black versus CN, potentially for the NXT title. What a huge night it's going to be for you and with me. And then, of course, the April 8th is what I've been waiting for so long. Our first ever live WrestleMania kickoff show. We'll be bringing you 2 hours of action before WrestleMania starts. And like we said, we've got surprises in store. We're going to have games. We're going to have shout-outs. We're going to have the latest news. We're going to bring you everything. WrestleMania facts. Everything you want and you need, you're going to get.
Well, it is the granddaddy of them all. The showcase of the Immortals.
Yeah.
And it is going to be legend. I can't wait for it. Dairy.
It's going to be huge. So, yes, but everybody who listens to the WNR podcast, able to subscribe. Don't forget, we'll be doing Sundays and Wednesdays from now on until WrestleMania. We've got a lot to cover, but we just want to say thank you very much for your support this month and like forever on the WNR podcast. It's been incredible.
Thank you for our support then,
now,
and forever.
We haven't done that in years. Yeah, no, honestly, and it's great to do it, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. Like I say, we had Rude versus Orton tonight, and we've got so much more to look forward to. We've got 2 WrestleManias to come, and we've got the WNR 150, and our live... We're bringing you the best at this moment in time, But that is it. Go on, anything else, Dan?
Yes, vote for James in the sing-off, because he desperately needs a victory under his hat. Bobby Roode lost tonight against the better man, Randy Orton. So please, I'm urging you, vote for James.
All right, so we move on to Talking Smack, which is right afterwards, and Renee Young and Sam Roberts welcome us in and run down some of the big moments tonight. Asuka and Charlotte, along with AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura at WrestleMania, is now official. United States... Oh, fuck that shit. Dan, your bit.
And the new undefeated, undisputed world US champion Randy Orton joins the show. And Orton says he's happy to be the champion, and he hasn't previously because the opportunity hasn't arisen. He said he's happy to be a Grand Slam champion, and he spoke about Bobby Roode. He's worked his butt off to get where he is now. He wouldn't mind more of a feud against him, which, you know, yes. we both commented that was our favourite match of the night, despite the result. He asked about Jinder Mahal, and Orton says Mahal gets under his skin from previous battles. Renee wonders where he's headed now, with WrestleMania coming up in a hurry. And Orton responds, it's always nice to go in WrestleMania with a title around your waist, and wants to represent the title properly. Orton calls Paul Rosenberg, while telling the story. Renee asks about John Cena, who currently doesn't have a match at WrestleMania, and Orton responded, it was fun to see Cena cry at the last post-pay-per-view show, and that he's known Cena for a long time. Didn't really hedge one way or the other about a match, and Orton heads out.
Well, yes, that was Randy Orton, but of course, let's hope the Bobby Roode feud continues. Jinder Mahal in there. This needs to be about making Bobby Roode a proper WWE star. You know, Sam and Renee talk about the Bludgeon Brothers interfering in tonight's tag team match. We see clips of their destruction, and with Xavier Woods, looked like a real serious injury there, but I'm sure.
Well, it turns out he's actually injured.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I don't know if it's kayfabe or not. But
well, the thing is, afterwards, is that Taz was doing, I think, Chris Jericho's podcast, and he was basically business for themselves, hurting Xavier Woods like that, and to take a bump on the stairs. You know, all fun aside, we talk about the stairs. They're still a dangerous a weapon to have around the ring. And it's a shame what happened there with Xavier Woods. But SmackDown's Women's Championship show, Renee asked about Ruby Riot's performance tonight. Charlotte knows what Ruby feels like in a big pressure situation. And Ruby made a name for herself tonight. She didn't. Charlotte says she wasn't sure if Asuka was going to pick her, but she's watched Asuka dominance in both NXT and Raw. She says she's ready for Asuka and will go into WrestleMania as the champ and will leave the champ.
Well, she's not ready for Asuka because no one's ready for Asuka. No. Well, Sam talks about how Charlotte has been at the top of the women's division, but once Asuka showed up, the conversation shifted a bit. Charlotte says that's motivated her to be even better, and she looks to defeat the streak and cement her legacy.
Well, Charlotte doesn't think Asuka is overrated. Sam wonders if Asuka is underestimating Charlotte by choosing her. Charlotte thinks Asuka is very sure of her own talent. Charlotte leaves. Now, I'm going to say one thing about this, right? And people might talk about Asuka. Is Asuka maybe a little bit overrated? Does she underestimate her opponents? For me, in a big match situation, in a big match environment, there is no one that can beat Asuka. If Asuka turns out, we've not seen, the scary thing is, all right, is that we're at 100%. She hasn't needed to be. We've seen her turn it up in certain places. Against Nikki Cross last year, she turned it up a little bit, and we saw the destruction that happened after that. So with Charlotte, Asuka's got different, you know, if I'm going to use a car analogy, she's got different gears. She might be in second gear at the moment, but she can switch up third, fourth, and then into fifth. Charlotte, we know, is hugely talented, but can she actually keep up with Asuka? And that's what's really interesting about it. I can have a great match with Asuka, but I think Asuka undoubtedly is, even with Ronda Rousey included, the toughest woman and maybe the toughest person to beat in the entire WWE roster. You know?
So who do you think is, like, you know, could potentially stand up to Asuka and, you know, potentially end her streak?
Do you know someone at the moment? I don't know if there is anybody that I would give that to, but it would have to be an up-and-coming talent, someone from maybe NXT. It would be nice in storyline wise if Ember Moon came up to the main roster and had that challenge, you know, to Asuka, and we had that story from NXT about not being able to beat her at that time. Could she finally get the job done? Or just, you know, someone who might not think about, like, Bianca Belair. You know, she's in NXT, she's got long hair, and to have that, you know, being the woman that stopped Asuka, it is going to be huge for you. And then what happens? I don't think Charlotte needs that on her resume to be a star. It's much like the Undertaker streak now, isn't it? You know, that position of, can the wrestler handle that pressure if they do beat them, or do you give it to someone like Brock Lesnar or Ronda Rousey, who just be like, yeah, it's not that much of a big deal, even though it is.
Yeah.
If it was me, Asuka would still be undefeated for the next couple of years. without a shadow of a doubt.
Most definitely. But we have Shane McMahon. He joins the show, and Renee asks about Shane inserting himself in tonight's match. Shane says he was provoked. Renee says it seems a lot like Daniel and Shane are acting based on emotions a lot. Shane seems to agree with what's happening tonight. It's tough. Sometimes it gets me in trouble. Renee asks if Shane spoke with Brian yet. He said no. Sam asks if he regrets what he did. Shane responded, it's still pretty fresh. You get kicked in the face, it kind of sets you off. Sam says it looks like it was an accidental kick, but Shane didn't even seem to care about that. He said he's never liked Kevin Owens. And then Renee refers back to KO beating up Vince McMahon. And Shane says that's where all the dislike started.
Well, he said he respects Kevin's talents, but that's not what it's about. He will never forget what Owens did to his dad. He brings up Hell in a Cell and how he thought that was going to finish off Owens, but then Zayn inserted himself into their business. So that's October now. So you're looking at a 5-month feud, 6-month feud already. He continues that it's all become very Zayn, Brian, and trying to run the show. Shane thinks Brian is blinded by KO and Zayn and is living vicariously through them. Well, when they asked Shane why did you cost both KO and Zayn their title, when he says, Renee says to Shane, how do you feel about costing both KO and Zayn their title win? He says, right now he doesn't feel bad. Maybe differently. Renee thanks Shane for his appearance and we head out. So for me, a very disappointing pay-per-view. And the Talking Smack really didn't offer anything else, did it, Dan, you know?
No, it didn't, no. It's not really opened many doors. It's just, wrestlers talking about what's gone on.
Yeah, exactly, and it's nothing we're not going to get on SmackDown. I think for you, it's good to see Orton, and Charlotte talking about Asuka, and is Asuka going to be a SmackDown superstar now? Will she go over and be? Obviously, if she wants to challenge for the title, will she be part of SmackDown? Who knows? But now we move on to Dan's
SmackDown summary. Styles kicked off the show by recalling how the FastLane main event unfolded. At his respect for Nakamura, the king of strong style emerged to confront Styles. Rusev and English soon interrupted before champion and challenger could come to blows. And it kind of got us into our first match, which was AJ Styles versus Rusev. Rusev was all over him. And, the chants were 50-50 split, Rusev Day, AJ Styles. Rusev controlled for the most of the bout. And his size prevented Styles from using his full arsenal. As he tried to clamp on the calf crusher, Aiden English attacked. And then Nakamura came in and basically beat everyone up, aside from AJ Styles. The start of the show when Styles was addressing out, he was talking to the crowd and that. Crowd was chanting, "You deserve it." And he said, "Wait a second, I earned it."
Yeah, that's a good line, isn't it? Yeah. I like the fact that, I'm a big fan of Rusev as well.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that he's getting even though they're not using him correctly, it's still nice that he's facing Nakamura and AJ Styles on SmackDown, so at least he's putting in strong showings. So at least he shows...
Are you kind of, a bit concerned because I think you voiced about how when Rusev and Nakamura went against each other, it was like two really big faces, two really hot talents, two
commodities that fans love, and it's I know it's going to be a dream match and it's not going to take away from the wrestling, but, what side of the crowd's going to be on what, it's...
This is the thing, isn't it? It's how they do it. They should get behind Nakamura, the worst thing to happen in either of the big title matches on SmackDown at WrestleMania is, in my opinion, the crowd start chanting USA. You know what I mean? That thing would really be the wrong decision there, because you need to back Asuka and Nakamura and not kind of go back to, Japanese wrestlers are the bad guys type thing, you got to... This is a WWE's chance, and fair play to them, to have both of them win the Rumble as well, to show it doesn't matter what nationality you are, you got to prove how good you are, and this is their chance now, and let's hope WWE books them correctly on the way there.
Yes. Jimmy Uso and Big E were talking backstage about, the beating they took from the Bludgeon Brothers during a tag team match. And as they was the only two wrestlers able to compete, they didn't get beaten up as much as Xavier Woods, Jay and Kofi. So they decided to team together to challenge the Bludgeon Brothers.
Oh, so it's interesting what they've done, haven't they? Like you said, the Usos, the New Day, been feuding for so long, but because they know each other so well, they probably make it against Bludgeon Brothers. How did they do?
Well, before Harper and Rowan could get their jackets off and put their hammers down, Big E and Jimmy, they came out and started punching on them. Then they went back into the ring. So the Bludgeon Brothers grabbed hold of their hammers. The New Day Uso.
The new Uso.
Well, Big E and Jimmy grabbed steel chairs, and they had kind of like a bit of a duel off.
Ooh.
And then they blew the chairs out of their hands. The Bludgeon Brothers absolutely walked through them.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Smashed them, and then Big E got beaten up after the match as well. A one-sided match, really.
But they're really getting behind the Bludgeon Brothers now. So
Most definitely, yeah.
That'll be interesting to see what happens at WrestleMania. I mean, I'm sure if they come from all their injury, maybe just triple threat tag team, might stick another tag team in there. I mean, I wouldn't mind right now, look, Rusev and English being chucked in there to be a 4-team match. You know, I'm not a ladder match, but even if they want to do it.
Flair told the crowd she was excited about Asuka choosing to fight her. And when the Empress of Tomorrow stepped into the ring, the champ told Asuka she was hoping to fight her in order to cement her legacy. And Asuka said that she chose Flair to fight because to be the woman, you've got to beat the woman. Woo!
That would be a good saying, wouldn't it? You know, I think it'd be quite handy if you used that.
And Orton celebrated his United States Championship win before Bobby Roode reminded him he has a rematch coming to him, and one he wants to exercise at WrestleMania. And Jinder Mahal came and showed his face, and he stepped in and promised to beat Roode.
Yeah, well, it's not going to happen, is it? You know, because Roode might have gone down once, but he doesn't go down. Two defeats in a row.
Well, once the match kicked off, Roode had Mahal retreating early, and he was able to stay in control of the Maharaja. Relentless attack and a distraction from Sunil Singh allowed Mahal to nail his finisher and grab the win. And then Mahal had little chance to celebrate, though, as Orton floored him with an RKO. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I'm getting sick of this shit now. Do you know that? I really am.
Up next, we had Naomi versus Carmella. It was a bit of a crap match, but Carmella pulled Naomi's hair, rolled her up, 3 count.
Job done.
A hair yank and a 3 count from Carmella, basically.
Yeah, fair play to her.
Yes, and then Shane McMahon come down. He's for the main event, basically, promising he's got an announcement to make about WrestleMania. They've been teasing it throughout the show, and he basically said that at WrestleMania it's going to be Owens versus Zayn at WrestleMania. At
WrestleMania,
it's going to be Owens versus Zayn.
Owens, Zayn, WrestleMania. But what about Shane?
Well, but Kevin Owens came out to wish McMahon luck. He and Zayn walloped their boss in the ring. Eventually, they both hit their finishers, a hell of a kick and then a pop-up powerbomb. And then eventually they grabbed Shane McMahon, they put a chair over his neck and bounced him throat first off the ring post.
Oh, fucking hell.
But there's one thing that no one hardly noticed, and as Shane was falling, if he'd have fallen back, he would have been fucked. And Owens kind of grabbed the chair and pulled him onto his side.
Oh, right.
So Owens is a very safe bloke to do things like that.
Yeah, no.
And then Shane managed to... they dragged him out, up the ramp, out to the back, dragged him through, and then powerbombed him onto a ladder.
Fucking hell. What, all in that segment?
Yeah, and Shane was actually like... he was lying there like...
It sounds like it, yeah.
But no, apart from that, SmackDown was a bit lackluster.
Well, that was the show closing segment then. So Shane said that he's stepping away from...
He is stepping away from his commissionership. And Daniel Bryan's going to be back next week. And, he's done...
Where has Daniel Bryan been? This is the question, isn't it? It was
he's
conspicuous
been
by his
eating
absence
brie.
at FastLane. I know he's been eating brie. Is he getting ready to compete at WrestleMania? I mean, he said if he's not back wrestling by WrestleMania, then chances are he's not going to be signing a new contract. The details like in September, I think September 23rd, 24th, he could possibly be outside WWE wrestling for another company at the end of the year, Yeah. So, we'll see what happens to Daniel Bryan. Like I say, SmackDown's a bit boring because obviously you got your problems. You got Randy Orton as your US champion. They're not doing right with AJ and Nakamura and even the Oscar shot excitement. But what about Raw?
Kurt Angle came out to start the show, and how honoured he is to team with Ronda Rousey. And then Roman Reigns came out. Oh, no, first off, he announced that Brock Lesnar would not be at Raw tonight. Then Roman Reigns interrupted and said that he knew it. He was right, and that Lesnar does not care about anyone. The only one he cares about is himself. But it's not Angle. No, the problem is Vince McMahon, who allows it to happen because Lesnar is his boy.
Oh.
So he ended the promo by discussing the fact that McMahon did not even have the decency to tell him about Lesnar's no-show when he walked right past him in the gorilla position. So Reigns stormed out of the ring, straight to the back where he confronted McMahon, another official seeing the show. Shane McMahon was by his dad's side. And, Roman Reigns said, look, there's nothing to do with you. I want to speak to him. And then they went to Vince McMahon's office. Which, it's kind of like, it's something different. But
yeah. We haven't seen Vince McMahon, like, on-screen character in a while as well, but, so.
Are they trying to put Roman Reigns over as, like, the authority is trying to get him down, or he's got to go against the authority and,
Yeah, I think basically that they're going to give Reigns everything that made other baby faces work in the past, they'll give it all to Reigns. So they'll give him the attitude that you know about. You kind of, I know it's going to be awesome. It's you got the cool cocky attitude of like the kind of Rock or whatever it is. You got that kind of anti-authority like Steve Austin was. You got that kind of Superman thing that John Cena is, and Hogan as well with all these kind of moves that he's got, Superman punch and spear. Like Goldberg as well, trying to be that dominant. So they're trying with him, but the fans still ain't picking it up all the way, are they?
No. But up next we had Sasha Banks versus Sonya Deville, and despite their differences and the tension, Bayley escorted Sasha Banks to the ring.
That's nice, isn't it?
Sonya Deville was, of course, joined by her Absolution teammates. But, Deville used her submission-based offense to ground Banks and put her in jeopardy through the heart of the match. A spirited comeback saw Banks deliver the double knees in the corner, only to have Mandy Rose attempt to interfere in the bout. Bayley took her from the apron, allowing Banks to score the submission victory with a Banks statement.
Yeah, I mean, Banks is such a dangerous competitor.
Well, after the match, Bayley headed to the back, leaving Banks acceptable to a beatdown by Absolution, who stood tall to close out the segment.
Oh, so did she do that on purpose, Bayley? We haven't seen Bayley heel turn, have we? So that would be a really interesting thing they could do. I still think with the Bayley characters, you can't really turn a heel. You have to... I think Sasha Banks would work more, but they're teasing it, aren't they?
They are indeed, yeah.
And I thought they wouldn't have to do it at WrestleMania, but then there was a huge announcement, a couple of announcements on Raw as well, weren't there?
Yes, there was, yeah. But up next we had Miz TV featuring Finn Balor and Seth Rollins, and Miz said the Miztourage is not with him tonight because they will have an opportunity to cash their ticket to WrestleMania later on in the night. We'll get into that later. And he went on to claim, despite adversity, he will defeat Balor and Rollins at Mania. A hurdle between him and the record for the longest Intercontinental Championship reign of all time. But both Balor and Rollins had huge pops from the crowd as they entered the ring. Miz, the master manipulator, reminded fans of Balor's monumental victory over Rollins for the Universal Championship. The situation dissolved into a confrontational one until the babyfaces realised what Miz was trying to do. The Intercontinental Champion was cleared out of the ring, but Rollins put the exclamation point on the segment with a knee to Balor, laying the Irishman out to end that segment.
Well, that's going to be an interesting thing that they're doing, aren't they? WrestleMania, Balor, Miz and Rollins. But, I know they potentially could steal the show. It is a good match, but it's weird how similar Raw and SmackDown are, isn't it? You think about like your secondary titles, you're going to defend them in triple threat matches.
Well, they've got they've got the two great wrestlers, i.e. Orton and Mahal, and then they've got like the whiny faced bitch like Bobby Roode and The Miz. So they've got their elements to them.
When did they announce the Moolah Battle Royal? Was it on Raw?
They was mentioning it throughout the night.
All right, that's what I was saying about Banks and Bayley. That story now at WrestleMania could be told with the announcement of the. It was the Fabulous Moolah Battle Royal, but they changed that. And if you don't know why they listen to Controversial Characters Part 2, we explain Moolah's not the greatest. So it's going to be a women's Battle Royal, but I do believe now Banks and Bayley will have that moment where even if they're in the finals or if they're not. And they can have that little bitchy, where everybody wants to see that moment.
Indeed, yes. Up next, we had the Bar and the Miztourage. And the Miztourage, this is what I was on about. They were trying to cash their ticket to WrestleMania. If they beat the Bar, surely...
Don't call me Shirley.
They'd be number one for the Bar's titles. Well, before the scheduled match between the Bar and the Miztourage could start, the tag teams of Monday Night Raw hit the ring. And the Raw Tag Team Champions escaped as their peers watched from the ring, clearly not finished with the loudmouthed and braggadocious duo. You had the likes of The Club, Titus Worldwide, The Miz Taraj.
You're not that many great tag teams in Raw, though, I think about it. When you saw them, Revival there, yeah, sure enough. But apart from that...
Yeah. Just 24 hours after losing another WWE title match at Fastlane, John Cena addressed the WWE Universe.
Well, John Cena, he's lost every opportunity to get to WrestleMania. He's a free agent, sure, but lost out in the Chamber match, lost out at Fastlane. What is John not getting to WrestleMania?
Well, I actually enjoyed his promo. Did you? Sorry, I was actually planning on saying that. But no, I enjoyed his promo. He said that, he's not got any way to WrestleMania. And he said if he's going to go there, he's going to go there as a fan. He's going to go there as a spectator, join in the electricity. And as he was saying that, he went out and he's like, right, I'll stand here. I could be sat here next to Sasquatch and some big bloke with a beard drinking a beer and that. And he's like, oh, can I have a bit of that? So he had a mouthful of that Sasquatch's beer. And he was like over the moon. He's like, yeah. Like Sasquatch. He's like, yeah, that's nice. And, he's like, I could be part of the crowd saying, let's go Roman. And the fans started booing and, getting them into chants. And then he got back into the ring and he's like, well, we're not going to get a chance to do this, so we might as well get it out of the way. And he was like, let's go Cena. And the fans went, Cena sucks. And then, it was starting to get a 50-50 as well.
Right, okay, so...
to get behind him.
Yeah, manipulating the crowd, yeah.
But then, again, he brought up a match with The Undertaker and cut a scathing promo about the dead man.
Ooh.
He claimed Undertaker was the only person there between them keeping a match. He claimed The Undertaker was the only person keeping a match between them at WrestleMania from happening. He claimed The Undertaker buried his head in the sand because he's a coward. And then he called him an egomaniac who only cares about himself and whether he looks bad. And he said, look, the exclamation point on it was, why are you posting workout videos on your wife's Instagram account?
Oh.
And then the promo ended with Cena saying if he were Undertaker, he would want one more match at WrestleMania.
All right.
The Undertaker has never been verbally incarcerated in his entire career. Not The Rock, Austin, Triple H, even HBK. And, they've spoken, no one's spoken so irrelevantly of the dead man as the way Cena did on Monday night, setting up their WrestleMania beef. He was blunt, and, it's kind of struck a nerve with the audience because, everyone's got to respect the dead man, but it doesn't seem like John Cena is.
No, John Cena probably sees himself as one of these people that, should be respected as much as The Undertaker, who's been around now for over a decade. He's accomplished more, you could argue, in championship winning than The Undertaker has, so maybe due respect. I would like to see that kind of side of John Cena because it brings out something good inside him, something we haven't seen enough, that kind of, I don't want to say heel side, because he'd probably never be a heel, but that kind of attitude that he's got.
And a week after enduring tremendous pain and punishment in a Symphony of Destruction match against Braun Strowman, Elias attempted to play the audience a song despite an obviously battered body. Frustrated and unmotivated, he told the fans it was their fault and he walked off.
Oh.
The cameras cut backstage where Braun Strowman was standing. And angry over his lack of a WrestleMania match, Strowman vowed to make his own path to the pay-per-view. Up next, we had a match, Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins. And, Balor seized control. It was, a lot of back and forth between the two. Rollins worked over Balor's head and neck, and the inaugural Universal Champion fought his way back into the match. It was a momentarily comeback as Rollins sent him face first into the corner. It was quite an intensive match. Balor delivered a Pele kick. Rollins answered with an ensiguri. So, it was a lot of backwards and forwards. Balor countered Rollins' superplex into a Falcon Arrow combination with a small package for the win. So, it kind of protected them both in victory and that. But I thoroughly enjoyed the match.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, as long as Rollins not go around injuring Balor, they've got quite good chemistry, haven't they? So
yeah. Charlie Caruso interviews Asuka, and Asuka revealed her intentions to challenge Flair because she likes a challenge. And she joined Charlie Caruso in the ring. But before Asuka could say a word, the beautiful Bliss and her sidekick Mickie James interrupted. Bliss mocked Asuka and claimed she chose Charlotte because she knew she could not beat Bliss and keep her winning streak intact, which I think is true.
Which we know is not true because if we go back, Raw, I think just the end of last year, Asuka beat Bliss cleanly. So maybe Oscar thought back then it wasn't difficult to do it. Like I said, Oscar wants to beat
Bliss
the
has
best.
changed since then, though.
For the worst, because now she's got Mickie James as a lackey, you know. So, and Bliss at this moment in time. Rousey's got a WrestleMania match. Charlotte and Oscar have a WrestleMania match. What about Bliss at this moment in time?
I'm sure she finds out. Probably Nia Jax.
Yeah, all about a Royal, you know.
Probably Nia Jax. Well, after a cheap shot from Mickie James to Oscar, a match between the two was underway. Oscar spanked Mickie James.
Yeah, I mean, Oscar's beaten Mickie James before at NXT TakeOver, so would get the job done quite easily.
But no, it was like these two. They've got good ring chemistry between the two. James worked over Oscar's leg, kept her grounded for the time being. Oscar fought her way back into the mat and some dramatic near falls. She tapped Mickie James out to the Oscar lock. Nia Jax was supposed to have had a... Well, she had a quick match against Joan King. Anyway, but after the match, Jax stood tall and a camera was cut backstage to where Alexa Bliss was standing with Mickie James. And Bliss, moments after being upset that Jax was not at ringside with her, and James, for this match with Oscar, told her cohort that Jax is just happy to carry her bags. She insulted Jax, even poking fun at her size.
You don't poke a fat bear.
Well, Jax watched from the ring as the backstage conversation aired on the massive video screen. Charlie Caruso interrupted Bliss and told James that the mic in the room was hot and the entire world had just heard and witnessed her sharp words toward her friends. Jax left the ring, wiped a tear from her eye, and rushed backstage.
Oh, fucking hell. So
she destroyed Bliss's locker room, which is something I'd love to do.
Yeah. Well, but then again, be a star and Bliss being a bully.
Yeah.
And the camera's right in your face and there's a big red light on and yet you don't know you're talking. It makes Bliss look like an idiot,
exactly.
Dan. That's what I'm going to say.
She's still a beautiful idiot. But she destroyed Bliss's locker room and let out a scream out the section. And hell hath no fury like a scorned Nia Jax. But yeah, you know, that kind of ended that. And then up next was a tag team battle royal, pitting the Red Brand's top duos against each other for the right to challenge the bar for the Raw Tag Team Championship. You had Titus Worldwide, The Revival, Slater and Rhino, and Ganderson. Before the match could get underway, Strowman come out, and as you can guess, it only went one way, and Braun Strowman beat everyone.
Yeah, great way to build up the tag team division there with Braun Strowman. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts on that?
Well, you know, it kind of leaves it open. Is Strowman going to challenge for the titles on his own, or is he going to team up with Bray?
Do you know who I'd really like to have his tag team partner be?
Mojo.
I think they should have Strowman, like, next week say, look, so do you want it? But we need you to have a tag team partner. You got to have one. I don't want one. It's all right, we're going to give you one, and it's GPD. You have GPD singing with Strowman there, and you have that, not Team Hell No type thing, but, you know what I mean? The two of them bickering and stuff like this. I think we'd be brilliant. And then, like I say to Strowman, just calm down, I'll play you a tune, you know, and he can do Raw or whatever it is. And Strowman's just like, oh, but they're successful doing it, you know. I love that kind of. It's not a comedy team because Strowman will still be a monster. It would be GPD playing it up, and then you get Elias to be more liked, if you know what I mean. So, who would you have for Strowman, or would you just do Strowman alone?
I'd have Strowman alone. Strowman alone.
Strowman alone.
I'd have him coming out, holding both straps, and you know, he's just.
He could. But it's interesting to see what they do. They might change it up completely and be like, well, Strowman, because they've not announced the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal yet either, have they? So Angle could say, well, you're so great at winning Battle Royals, why don't you win the Andre the Giant one at WrestleMania, you know? So
he wins that and then he goes on to defeat.
Exactly, you know, so with Strowman the options are open, but was that it for Monday Night Raw?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, the Battle Royal kind of closed out the show.
So I think a couple of disappointing Raws and Smackdowns. What
I thought Raw was better this week. It had better action. The Cena segment, I thought it was great. Strowman winning a tag team Battle Royal on his own, which was, you know, it's always interesting to see.
Make some people happy. So what was better, Raw or Smackdown this week?
Without a shadow of a doubt, Raw.
Okay, that's good.
You know, despite Smackdown unveiling their new US champion.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's a disappointment because he is United States champion, Dan. You're bang on the money about that.
It was the show on the whole.
Yes, well, talk about the whole. Well, that is it for this week's show. The next show is the WNR148, which is WWE versus WCW Part 1.
Part 2, which is WrestleMania 14, and it's kicking off our road to WrestleMania. We're going to watch some of our favourite WrestleManias. and just relive the memories from there.
Yes, because we're gonna on Sunday will be WrestleMania 14, and then the following Wednesday will be Dan's choice of WrestleMania. Then we really get into the following. Then the Sunday after that will be the WNR 150. Then we kick off the week WrestleMania 34 and NXT Takeover. But that's it. Final thoughts, Dan, on the whole of FastLane in the week that was.
I thought FastLane was a bit of a disappointment compared to some of the WWE events we've seen. Aside from a couple of standout matches, it wasn't that great.
Yeah. Right. Final words for me, fuck Randy Orton. Right, so before we go, don't forget you can follow us on WWE Network Review or...
at Vince McDan, WWE.
I'm at J_Rollins. We've also got a friend on Twitter.
Yes, we have. It's Mini Chris Benoit, and he's just trying to make the world a better place, and you can follow him at Mini Chris Benoit.
Across all the Google platforms, WWE Network Review on Google+. Follow us there. Send us an email to WNRpodcast@gmail.com. We're also on Facebook.
Yes, Facebook. You can come and find our page and give us a like with the WWE Network Review podcast. So you can come and find me and add me as a friend. I am Vince McDan.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, the WWE Network Review podcast there. We've got clips going up daily. We've got the sing-off that has just been released. It is Randy versus Roode, Glorious Roode. We'll give you the results and who won on the WNR 150. And of course, podcasts go at the same time to do other places like SoundCloud.
On your phone.
We're also on Spreaker Radio. We've got our live shows, April 7th for NXT TakeOver and April 8th for WWE WrestleMania. We'll confirm the details in the next episode. And Stitcher Radio and iTunes, where you can download, subscribe, rate and review there. But that is it. Don't forget, we're back Wednesday for, like I say, WNR148, WWE versus WCW. But until then, I have been James Rollins, and as always, I was joined by
Dan White.
Thanks for listening, everybody, and bye.
Bye.
Motherfucking Randy Orton!